And we're live. Welcome. Venture forth once more into the arena of ideas. The what'd you call it, Craig? The Coliseum of Concepts.
That's right.
It's, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Join us for another round of mental pugilism in the arena. This is the Crowder Boys. We're on my channel this week, so it's me, the first billionaire podcaster, the Daniel Plainview of podcasting, the Caucasian Copperhead, Dalton Pruitt. we got Robbie here. Robbie,
yeah, Marty McFly just showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta look. I have to run to a spot, so I want to look, cool.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
classic comedian outfit, right? Jacket over t-shirt. I dressed up, but I'm still casual. You know what I mean?
Robbie
jacket over black tee.
Yeah, Robbie needs to go to the gym. He's starting to look like Marty McDonald's.
Okay, Dalton, that's rude, honestly. You're kind of like Dalton in Roadhouse, but you would be in a Texas Roadhouse.
Thank you. That's honestly, that's the Roadhouse I want to. That's the Roadhouse I want to work at. I would hate to work at the Double Deuce. I would not be able to fight those guys.
Yeah.
I'd get my ass beat if I was at the Double Deuce. And we got Crack Amico in this bitch.
Yo,
what's up, Crack? The superstar, the interdimensional superstar, Crack Amico.
Doesn't feel like it.
No, success. We've talked about this. Is when Shadow Mapes says to the Lady Jessica, when you've lived in prophecy for so long, the moment of revelation can be a shock, and that's what's happening to you, Crack. The moment of revelation is here. You are ascending to stardom. And
dude, it's just not real to you yet.
It's not real to you yet.
I guess,
but you are the Lisa Nell Gabe of hip hop.
Yeah,
I don't know who that is, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Things are going well. I've had a couple good weeks, and then this morning I leave to walk out my apartment, and the door just comes off the hinge. The top of the door just comes off.
Oh
the hinge.
No! So it's kind of like recently Dalton was walking across this bridge in Baltimore.
Everybody thinks the cargo ship is what took the bridge down, but
Dalton had to get to the auto bar.
I was just strolling through Baltimore, and I didn't realize that there were already too many cars on the bridge, and it was the sort of the straw that broke the camel's back. But if the straw weighed 300 pounds.
Sorry, Crack. So what happened? You broke your door?
The door just broke itself. I would take responsibility if it was my fault, but this shit was just slapped together. I can't wait to move. I'm moving to a house, hopefully in the summer, and then of course I get out a little ways, and then I have a fucking flat in my back tire. So I gotta, but everything all considered, shit's still good, but it's it's just Crack Amico sometimes is not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, inshallah, things will work out.
Yeah,
inshallah.
I'll be okay. I forgot about it pretty quickly. It's just I hope eventually some money comes from all of this.
Oh, you're making money, my friend. I've checked out your live streams. You're making some money.
Yeah, what's going on with the Bert Kreischer tour thing? You gonna take that offer up?
Nothing. He's fucking fat and gay. Nothing's gonna happen. It's fake. He's retarded. That's pretty much it. And of course, I'm not going. I mean, if he reached out to me and was like, "Yo, on some real shit," I'm not even gonna do an impression, but on some real shit, you can come perform on the tour. Blah 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 blah. I would talk like terms with him and shit, but I'm not gonna reach out to him and be like, "Bro, so were you serious about fuck that shit?"
Yeah, true. That would be gay, dude.
Super gay.
That would be gay. But sometimes you got to be gay to make money. Sometimes you gotta suck a little penis. And if it's Bert Kreischer, it is a very little penis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A little shriveled.
We are also joined by a great friend of the show. One of the co-host of Dork Court, youtube.com/@dorkcourt, twitch.tv/like Kool-Aid. They have great synergy between the two platforms. But we got Drew Flores here, the real Dr. Drew.
The real Dr. Drew.
Yeah, the real Dr. Drew.
I don't like that, Flores. I'm the better Flores.
I like how Jake Flores is just Sam Morrill that can say his R's.
Yeah, so yeah. It's like Sam Morrill doing a Louis C.K. impression. That's basically Jake Flores.
Yeah, without the genius part.
Yeah.
Sam Morrill has a speech impediment, or
yeah, he's definitely a guy who's like been to speech therapy.
Yeah,
he's masked it. He's done a great job of masking it, but we caught him in the crosshairs.
Is he a good stand-up comedian? Because I feel like he has to be, because he sucks at fucking everything else.
Sam Morrill.
I think he's really good, but yeah, he's
got to be good on stage, because everything else he does, it's like, why the fuck is this guy here, and why is he friends with these people that are good at fucking podcasting?
Yeah, he's really bad at posting. Like his Twitter feed is just like, the Knicks are doing pretty good tonight.
Doing good.
Yeah,
all right, well, let's not talk about people.
Yeah, post about basketball. What kind of homo would do that?
Yeah, let's not talk about people who tweet about basketball for low engagement. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, well,
no, I tweet and delete. I know no one gives a fuck.
Well, to succeed at Twitter, you just, like I say, you have to always be posting. It doesn't like really the quality of what you post doesn't matter. It's just you have to have a lot of posts. Because I make money on Twitter. I make pretty good money on Twitter. I make enough to pay for I get my money back on the premium membership.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
People criticize me all the time. Like if I hop in the comment section of somebody like Destiny or whomever, and I, and I troll them, a lot of the heat I get on that is like, well, you're the fucking idiot who pays for Twitter. It's like, let me fucking explain something to you, okay? I got almost 8,000 followers. Which is not a lot comparatively to the bigger accounts on Twitter, but it's nothing to sneeze at. And with that, I get pretty good engagement on a lot of posts. So I at least make my money back on this subscription. I at least get $11 a month.
That's really only an argument for somebody that has like 30 followers.
Yeah.
Be like, why the fuck are you paying for this? But if you have thousands of followers, then it's probably paying off.
It's worth it because it boosts your profile. Like if you comment on something, commenting is a great way to get engagement. So if you comment on something, more people will see that, and they might follow you if you have a witty little comment, and your comments are boosted to the top, and then your main profile is rewarded a little bit because I get pretty good engagement, and then at the first of every month I get a check for like $28.
Wait, how do you make money on Twitter? Just from engagement?
If you subscribe to the premium thing, it's like $11 a month. You can then monetize your account, and so I guess the way you make money is impressions, like just engagement.
Oh, I can do those. Peter or like Louis or like what do you want? What does he want?
Hit us with a little do Peter Griffin. Go ahead.
Hi, Elon. Please give me some money. I need the money really bad. They're making me make a show with Steph Curry about black people.
Yeah, I'm.
I don't even know what good time is.
Yeah, Peter. How much? So wait, how much credit card debt are you in, Peter?
Is this Peter or Robbie?
No, dude, Peter.
$1,000.
Never mind. You didn't. It's the song from Family Guy. You don't remember that? I'm in $30,000 of credit card debt.
Oh,
something like that.
$30,000 of credit card debt.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah, I forgot.
I was trying to tee you up for that, but
it rings a bell. I don't really remember the bit, and
you just panicked because of your own real credit card debt. Yeah. Me too. I got tons. I'm in the hole much deeper than anyone here, but that's the power of podcasting.
I don't know. I get in some holes.
Pause.
No, nice.
Might not be deeper than me.
No diddy.
I actually have a slightly above average penis.
That's cool.
Yeah, what are we talking, like 7 or 6?
Oh, I don't know what the average for Mexicans is, but it's lower for white people. I would say on my best day, I'm probably popping, getting like maybe coming in right under 6.5. It's a good girth, but I've never been in a longie.
Women prefer girth. At least that's what they tell me.
Girth queens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of girth queens out there.
Earthbound.
They call me
Sorry.
Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks. Yeah. Girthbound.
They don't want you to hit the back walls. They want you to squeeze against the side walls.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want
I'm
you to
finding
go
out a lot
too-
today.
They don't want you to go too hard at the pussy. You gotta like, I don't know. Women are fucking. They don't know what they want, man.
Women are fucking stupid. Yeah, they're stupid. They're indecisive.
You gotta like. I always have to slow down. That's always the note I get to like go really slowly.
You know, women are fucking retarded. I was looking at
I have some notes.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
the fucking
Oh yeah, they gave
the
me
shit
notes.
on the shit on Twitter with the blonde girl with the dreads, which I know we could talk about.
Yeah,
that
Oh,
for a while.
Shannon
ago.
Blake.
But
Okay.
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
her though. I'm not talking about her. Not talking about
Okay.
her.
She's
Shannon.
in the
Other-
chat. She's in
Other
the chat.
bitches on that would be fucking sick. Other bitches online. There's like dudes like fucking incel, gay, conservative, I guess, dudes that are actually attacking this. Wait, what? Baby, yes. Collab on
Shannon's
song,
Blake.
collab on life.
Damn, for real? Is that really
Fucking
her?
go.
I know. I don't know who that is.
Impossible.
You telling me we got Bill Maher and Shannon Blake in the chat?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
bro.
one time I will do a free chat like that. But if you want your chats read on the show, if you want,
Yeah, we
me
know
to
you
do-
have money, Shannon. You gotta
if
pay
you-
up next time.
Anyone else? Hey, I give you a taste. That's the one time I'll do that. Anyone else? If you want me to throw up your chat on screen, you gotta give us a little scratch for that.
Gas Digital has a Shannon. That's our Shannon.
That's our
Shannon.
Shannon Blake is our Shannon.
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 Yeah, so these girls online are like mad because I don't know. I respect people like making jokes, but I think it might have been Howling Mutant that was like quote tweeted Shannon Blake and was like, you know, she got that gorilla grip or whatever. And then there's bitches getting mad about a dude making a joke about essentially a compliment, which
It was
is a girl having
no, it
a
wasn't
tight pussy.
Howling Mutant. It was Big Content Guy who said, you know, that thing grips like industrial strength Velcro.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
it's
saw that. Yeah, some
bitches
lady
are-
got really pissed off about that.
But like you're getting mad at the dude making a joke and essentially complimenting her while there's dudes like actually unironically attacking her and her lifestyle. And it's like, this is what you choose to get mad about?
yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
that
I
some
don't
guy said
understand
she has
these
a
bitches.
tight pussy. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the highest compliments you
Yeah,
can
what
pay a
an
woman.
own. Yeah.
what
fuck.
were they mad about? Like that he was sexualizing
Dude,
her or
the
something
lady
like
who
that?
got mad about it, she revealed that she's actually the bitch in this equation because she said, "Oh, the guys always want to over sexualize, like want to claim that." She said something about like they always say that crazy women are good at having sex, and it's like you inferred that yourself. He didn't even make any. He didn't make any comment about her mental state. All he said is
Exactly.
that her pussy's tight.
It could have just been based on her looks and how attractive she is.
Yeah,
Mhm. She
that,
is
that
hot.
just triggered
Hot as
that just
fuck.
triggered that one chick's like defense mechanisms about being crazy though. You know, like when you go through the hoops to kind of tie like an unrelated idea to a chick's pussy being tight,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's
I
just
mean-
defense mechanisms.
She rocks. Shannon Blake. It's like every few weeks she goes viral on Twitter.
I would I'm kind of more neutral. I don't think she rock. First of all, I think she's hot as fuck.
Mhm.
I
Really
saw
hot.
finally.
Yeah, I'm into
I
it.
never had before this past week. I had known about her for a while, but I had never seen her fucking ass and her tits. And now
yeah.
I'm like, okay, she kind of rules. She kind of sucks. We all know that, but she's not like
Yeah.
fucking inflammatory in the way that people are getting outraged about her. Like it's crazy to me that people are getting so upset about her.
Yeah,
but-
I
but
do-
Dalton,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like outside of because I think you love her the most out of everybody in this stream right now. But like outside of New York City, how many women have you seen that look like that, like coming from Texas?
There were
Is it like-
tons in Denton, Texas, where I went to college. Tons, dude.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was gonna be a rarity for you because
No,
it's
there's
like,
tons of white bitches with dreads in Denton, Texas, for sure.
because that chick is hot, but she also seems like one of the most annoying people on earth to like actually
Probably-
have
well,
to sit
she's-
down and listen to.
She's kind of what I was like wanted to become when I was experimenting with psychedelics. I was like, if I could become that kind of person, that's a good vibe to rock with. That's a good vibe to be on. But I
Yeah.
ended up becoming more like Kaczynski than than her.
Yeah.
Robbie, are you holding your camera right now? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
We
dude,
can't even
so
hear
funny.
you, Robbie. Robbie, we can't hear you. Your shit's muted. Nope, we can't hear you at all. What happened? What'd you do?
And your mic's in a jar? What the
The
fuck are
week
you
the
on
week
right
that
now?
we're on my
Yeah.
channel. Yeah, what is going on? What is that cup you're holding? Are you making like a protein drink?
What's going on?
What is happening? Yep, we can't. Robbie's all right. Cool, folks.
It's fucking-
If you want Robbie's equipment to work again, I guess you're gonna have to give us money. Unfortunately, sorry that's the way it is, but you're gonna have to hit us with some super chats to get Robbie's mic to turn back on.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this.
We might need to make it the opposite.
Yeah, if you want us to keep Robbie muted, honestly,
we
Robbie,
go.
I think it's just that. Hold on. Nope, your mic is just not connected. It just says it's not connected. Folks, if you want us to leave Robbie muted, just give us money, and I'll just keep it muted.
Oh, I see.
Okay, there we go. He's
I
back.
just pressed mute by accident.
What was happening to you?
Something just fell. Oh, I think I just shattered my phone.
Oh,
We're good.
The fucking squad is in shambles
Okay,
right now.
I will.
Okay, there we go. Okay, C dumps $2. Robert Goodwin Jr. Robert Goodwin 2.0. Robert Goody Jr. Yeah, Robert Goodwin 2.0. Let's go from C dumps. Squatopotamus $2. Keep him muted.
Oh, stalemate. Somebody's got a fucking.
Oh, hey, Squat, you got your wish. Your wish was granted. Now we don't even have visual on Robbie.
Wait, is Squat the guy who like hates Robbie?
Yeah.
I think he playfully hates.
Yeah. I think Robbie's gonna win him over.
Yeah.
He hates him in the
Scotty-
same way that like wrestling fans like hated Chris Jericho. He's a heel of sorts.
He is a heel.
And dude, I love Chris Jericho.
Chris
That was one of
Jericho
my
rocks,
boys,
dude. That's my favorite band is Fozzy.
Break the wall.
Fozzy.
Break
Is that
the
his
wall.
band?
He has a band called Fozzy. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad music.
Yeah, he's not a good singer.
He is not a good singer. Who would have thought that a professional wrestler would not be good at music?
Does he just sing? He doesn't play any instruments or
He
anything?
sings,
He's
yeah.
just- that's so funny. That's so funny to be like, get to like a point where you have wealth and be like, okay, I'm gonna be the shitty singer of this band and actually bring in talented people and shit.
$2 from Squatopotamus.
Turn my mic on again, but it was all silent on the Western Front.
Squatopotamus says, like, I hate Chris Benoit. Who hates Chris Benoit? He's a hero.
I think he means he hates his character that he played. In real life, fantastic.
Yeah, real life
had a
Chris
tight
Benoit
character
was,
too.
yeah.
Robbie, what was going on with you, man?
I was just getting a glass of water.
Okay. Well, we don't want you to be dehydrated. I support that.
Yeah, but stay hydrated. I got me a Topo Chico right here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some
Mineral water bottled at the source in Monterrey, Mexico.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but sometimes mineral water makes me feel like shit. Like it
It's the
fucks my
stomach.
stomach up a little
Yeah, and serotonin is stored in the gut, so if it upsets your stomach, then you feel bad.
Mm-hmm. And pee is stored in the balls.
That's true.
bit. Yep.
Why do you know so much about that?
About
Robbie?
because I have a very Jewish stomach, and it's just constantly hurting.
Are you a Jew?
No, I'm not.
His stomach is Jewish.
Everybody thinks you're Jewish, though.
I know, because I had a overbearing mother, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very Jewish coded for sure.
Yeah, one thing I wonder about you. Some days you come in and your hair's all like nice and fixed, and sometimes you come in with like a Ryan Reynolds like just got out of bed thing. What's that all about?
Oh, I think I don't know. I don't even know what's going on with my hair.
That's a confident thing though, to fucking just whatever's going on with your hair, you just show up. I couldn't do that. My hairline is suffering.
Yeah, I mean, what's nice is I can be lazy because I think it looks fine messy.
Oh, Robbie, you're getting the thumbs up today. You're doing great.
Oh wow,
You really do lean into just like the Ted Mosby look.
I know. Who I thought was a good looking guy until I searched on Reddit True Rate Celebs this week, and they're all like, he's average. And I was like, wait, fuck, the guy's
Average
average.
is good.
The guy that I wish I looked like is
Average isn't bad.
I would love to be average, dude. I'm fucking hideous. I look
Yeah,
I look terrible.
Shannon,
That's
I am
not true.
I am smitten. If you're a guy, I'm gonna be pissed off.
It's
Somebody in the
Shannon
chat.
Sharp.
Somebody in the chat, Scotty said, I want to address this. Where was this? He said, give me a free page. I'll decide if you're worth money, you whores. I will assure you, Scotty, and this is to everybody, no one is getting a free Patreon from me fucking ever. And I guarantee you, I'll never have a $1 tier, okay? You want to pay $1 for a Patreon? Go listen to fucking
Crack Amico. Listen to Crack Amico's live stream. I do $1. I'm trying to get the gang as big as possible, and you know I don't have the corn-fed fans that all have fucking money bags in their pockets. We're kind of broke over here, so I like to extend the $1 hand. But of course, the more people you get in, that shit gonna go up.
No, you know what I say? It's called premium content, not fucking discount content. Okay.
Yeah, we're all kind of like we all have premium content, and this is a premium blend.
I don't have fans. I have family. That's the difference with me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to pay $1 for a Patreon, go listen to those fucking retards over at War Mode.
Or Crack.
I'm sure they have some cool ideas about that bridge.
Were you the one that said the Nepo Babies of podcasting?
Yes.
That was very good.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't listened to one episode.
I've never listened to the show.
Once they said that they ironically believed QAnon, I was like, these guys are morons.
Yeah. They're one of the they're like two of the guys of many that Shane has been able to save from needing government assistance.
Yeah.
Shane lifted out of poverty.
Yeah.
They just seem like guys that still think like Facebook memes are funny.
Yeah.
Some Facebook memes are funny.
Senior citizens.
I'm getting back into Facebook memes. I love the impact font.
Yeah.
The only thing running from Facebook was whenever you'd see targeted ads towards you and it'd be like, it's a Pruitt thing. You wouldn't understand.
I love those, dude. I love those shirts. Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah. I'm a badass born in September and and I have lupus. You wouldn't get it.
What, they're like the forklift operator shirts?
Yeah, I'm forklift certified and I have a DUI. It's something you probably wouldn't get. Croyd wants to know how much Adderall Robbie is on.
How much you got on ya?
I don't think that works.
Are you on Adderall, Robbie?
No, not right now.
You look like you're jawing. I think you're just fucking chomping at the bit for that spot tonight, which I gotta be honest, Ronnie, or I called you Ronnie, like from Jersey Shore. When are you gonna quit this whole silly fucking stand-up thing? Because I'm not saying you're not funny, but I mean, this is the future right here. The stand-up's going away.
Sure.
It's a carny trick everybody's figured out. Like it's just like figuring out the wrestling was fake. The light has been exposed.
Yeah, I just like it. I don't know. It's like I really have no justification for doing it.
I will say stand-up is gay. It's a fool's errand.
Mm-hmm.
It does feel good to be in a room with people and making them laugh. It's also the least profitable thing you can do. You're actually going to spend a lot of money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to like lose all your money even trying to do it. But it feels nice if you can make people laugh as a stand-up. But nobody likes it anymore. You know, it's not. There's no audience for it. I don't know. Yeah. Rogan says we're in a boom. We're in a comedy boom. He's been saying that for the last 12 years. It's such a good time for comedy right now. We're in a boom.
Didn't the 80s comedy boom? Weren't they making money? You know? Like it's a comedy boom in that there's a lot of shows and a lot of people are doing it, but like no one's making money doing it.
Yeah, it's funny how the people that have been famous for 20 or 30 years really love this time. You know, it's like, oh, it's such a good time for comedy.
Yeah.
It's like I got famous when you only needed 5 minutes. To get a $500,000 TV deal.
Yeah, what they mean is my career timing was amazing. Not this time. Great.
Yeah. It's also pretty funny that people differentiate between like they're like, oh, the 80s was the comedy boom, but those were all hacks. But now it's different.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's a lot of fucking hacks.
Thank you, Shannon. I would love to open for Sam Morrill. I hope he just never hears all the hours of talking shit I've done.
Yeah.
Man, fuck Sam Morrill.
Fuck Sam Morrill.
Hey, you ever go to a Starbucks?
I mean,
dude, he does the podcast with Mark Norman, right?
Yeah,
where they just get like drunk. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Drew, Miguel is trying to get you. He turns out you've been stabbed in the back. The ops.
Yeah,
are
he's a very supportive, good friend. Miguel.
$2 from Miguel
Yeah,
of Dork Court, the other co-host of Dork Court. How much do I have to super chat to ban Drew?
$5 grand.
$50, and we kick him out of the room right fucking now.
$50. Hey, you have my word as a gentleman that if you give us $50, we will kick Drew.
If you Venmo me 100, I will send Femoid the link.
Who wins in that situation?
Me, because I got $100.
Because we get to look at Femoid.
Yeah, but why would people pay you for that to happen?
We get to look at her big plump lips and her boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been meaning to see if her OnlyFans is leaked. Every OnlyFans girl.
There's leaks from when she had an OnlyFans a few years ago. You can find some pictures. There's a really great one where she's wearing a rather large strap on. I like that one.
Nice.
But there's not a lot of content out there that's leaked. And look, leaking someone's OnlyFans is akin to raping them, to be honest with you. It's sexual violence.
Well, then what's looking at the leaks? Is that like witnessing a rape?
It's like witnessing a rape and doing nothing.
Yeah, that's why I call the cops every time I see an OnlyFans leak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I see a subreddit that's OnlyFans leaks, I call the police and
I don't even report it to the moderator. I go straight to the NYPD.
Yeah, I go. Hey, I need you to go to reddit.com/r/mordpie-leaks and do something about this because somebody's raping Mordpie cybernetically.
Femoid is
cybernetically.
You know what? I'm most attracted. If you're on the hot end of mid, I'm into it because it's more feasible.
Here's what I don't understand. Yeah, there's a lot of okay looking bitches out there that are perfectly content being nice to you.
That's
so
true.
Why this bitch? Why do we tolerate her?
Yeah, I want to address something in the chat. Because
she's
I don't know.
Addicted. Go ahead,
folks. I want to say something. If a woman is kind enough to privately and for free send you a picture of her breasts or any sort of nude photo, do not share that with anybody.
No,
that's a rude thing. That's rude. That's a rude thing to do. Don't do that. That is
rude.
I would never do that. I've been sent some titties, and I tell the women, you have my word is bond that if these are ever seen by prying eyes that are not mine, I will commit seppuku, Bushido, the way of the samurai.
How about Anthony Seppukumia? Looking for Barack, people make me want to kill myself.
He carves an N in his stomach.
Oh, amazing. There it is.
Like Zorro, but sideways.
Yeah. Yeah. And on and off.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned Kumia. I wanted to tell Drew this, and please don't take this the wrong way, because I know when I say this, everybody's going to think about what he looks like. Very recently, how he looks like a ghoul and a crypt keeper. But you give me your looks, your visual gives me kind of like some young Kumia vibes. Like in '96 when him and Opie first started doing like Boston radio. He was a good looking guy. You don't have like the ponytail or anything.
I don't know. He had the scars though. He does. I don't have the scars like.
Yeah, you're a better looking young Kumia.
Yeah. So about like 4.
You're like a smooth Edward James Olmos.
Edward James almost.
Yeah.
Edward James almost.
You're like Edward James almost with AIDS. You're so thin. Actually, with that little wispy like pencil mustache you have, you kind of look like Latino John Waters. Juan Agua.
Latino John Waters.
Juan Agua.
Juan Agua.
I did call Drew Juan Waters in the last Dork Court, so we're on the same
really?
Yeah,
you guys are mind melding right now.
We're all just very funny.
Wait, Jerry mind meld?
God damn!
No,
Jerry, I think Robbie's the rapper.
I guarantee you, Jerry mind meld or Seinfeld could not do improv. He can't think that quick. He needs to write material and perform it for 20 years.
Jerry.
To be funny, to get it right.
He seems like he would be like too self-conscious to do improv because he kind of seemed like almost too self-conscious to do Seinfeld. You know, like he always looks so uncomfortable acting.
Yeah, he's not. Well, he said it in the show. He's like, I'm not an actor. I don't act.
Yeah, I don't like this anti-Seinfeld or like he was funny on Seinfeld. Like they played to his strengths. I thought.
Yes, he was funny on Seinfeld. Like I do think that the show was written around him and it worked for him.
And people don't realize this. I've talked to a Seinfeld writer. Him and Larry wrote everything. Like apparently every year they would just bring in a new group of writers. They're like, all right, give me some stories from your life, and they would give them stories, and they take the stories and make them in episodes, and then fire all the writers, and then bring in a new group.
I'm so glad that with Curb that we realized that fucking like Larry is the reason that show is so great.
That's probably the most Jewish way to run a writer's room.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Just fire everybody.
Why don't I take your life story? Oh, that's nice. Anyway, no health insurance. But I also contend the 2 years after Larry left are very funny episodes. You got the yada yada, you got the Watley anti-dentite. There's a lot of gold in the after Larry left.
Anti-dentite is funny, yeah.
I feel like
I got a Croyd in the chat. This is false. Croyd says B movie was terrible. Croyd
wrong. Watch it again.
B movie's great. B movie's one of the great surrealist comedies of our time. Joe from Family Guy's wife fucks a bee. Yeah, how could you not enjoy
it? Literally happens in the my wife fucked a bee.
I saw that. I was in 8th grade. I went and saw that in the theater and didn't watch the whole thing because I was making out with a chick.
Nice.
True story,
dude.
You're in BJ movie, dude.
That's good.
Yeah, BJ Okerson.
BJ Okerson.
I was making out with a bee, but then I found out it was actually a wasp. I was pretty upset.
White Anglo-Saxon?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Is that what
Thank
wasp
you. I didn't
means?
know what the rest. I don't
know what B means. I don't know what it. Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Okay.
White Anglo-Saxon pussy.
I have a white Anglo-Saxon penis.
Why specifically Protestant though? That's why I've never got about that.
It implies like cookie cutter kind of.
It's basically saying like a Christian that's trying to be a Jew, right?
No, it's like yacht people. It's like Connecticut people. Like, oh yes, of course. Like it's supposed to be like it's not supposed to be like an actual class. It's like making fun of those people.
Yeah.
Like being waspy is not. It's supposed to be like kind of a slam.
It's like slam.
Like you're
one of those.
Like Lucille Bluth is like Lucille Bluth is like a classic wasp.
Right.
Lucille Bluth.
Oh, from Arrested Development.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, dude.
Rest in peace.
I love educating wiggers on the bourgeoisie.
You guys say words sometimes, and I'm just like, "What the fuck is that?"
The bourgeoisie. you might know the word is bougie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitch, bad and bougie.
Yeah.
Cooking up dope with a
Uzi.
Yeah, bougie is a I guess an abbreviation or a slang for bourgeoisie. The root of bougie is derived from the bourgeoisie.
What about bourgeoisie's nuts?
What about? There we go. I like that. So what were we talking about? Shannon Blake. What happened?
Guys, I'm sorry. I used the wrong mic setting the whole time. I was holding this.
I was wondering why you sounded like dog shit.
Yeah, I went down like 75.
Yeah, I thought it was just bombing a lot. Good thing it was just the audio.
Yeah.
Thank God you're getting out of the way here before you hit that spot. You're gonna be fucking on fire by the time you get to the club.
Yeah. Where are you performing at tonight?
Grove 34, baby.
Comedy Cellar. Let's
a Dan Wicks fiasco, Dalton.
It's a Dan Wicks fiasco?
It's a Dan Wicks fiasco.
Is that similar to the James Pontillo fracas?
Yeah, it's in the same neighborhood. Although I think there was a power struggle.
Oh, you think so? Man, people don't know what we're talking about.
No, they really don't. But I love just making you laugh with these.
This is some great NYC open mic riffing.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, James Pontillo and Dan Wicks are cripplingly autistic men who each, I guess, run roast shows.
Yeah. And they both
Yeah.
behave like mob bosses about it.
Yeah, they started hosting roast shows or producing them or whatever, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna kick up 10% of your roasts to
Dude,
me.
literally, because Dan show got added to like the official roast battle, and he sent an email that was basically like, "Hey, there's a new boss in town," like to everybody.
Yeah, dude, that's why that's one of the reasons stand-up is so gay, because you could, like, people will start hosting an open mic or some like show like that, and they must realize, like, they haven't made it. They have like nothing, but that little taste of authority and power, they just start like trying to swing this big dick around. Because I host a roast show at a room that can seat 20 people, and
comedy's a really interesting exercise in how little power it takes to go to someone's head.
It really goes to show that, like, a lot of the people that get into comedy, if they had their druthers, they would just become like Chairman Mao. That's what they really want.
That's so true. They already act like the Wolf of Wall Street because they get like 11 p.m. spots at the Stand twice a week. You know what I mean? Like, they literally think that they're whatever.
And that's why podcasting is tight. That's why streaming is tight, because you're circumventing all of that, and you're actually building.
I'm only doing Dan Wicks fiascos now. I'm not gonna, just. What
about Dan Schneider's fiasco?
Dude, what? You mean Nickelodeon? Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, that's some dark. The shadows are being brought to light. That which lurks in the darkness.
Yeah, I am afraid of the dark.
Those kids, the fear that you saw in those kids' eyes on that show was very real.
Robbie has like child star energy.
For sure.
Yeah, I look like a guy who was on TV 20 years ago.
Robbie's a former child star who never got to be on a TV show.
I know. No, yeah, I just have trauma and hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Robbie was just molested.
I was just molested by ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Danny Bonaducci.
Hey,
you know what's fun? Like, what's really disturbing about the Nickelodeon thing is, like, that's been an open secret for probably decades now. I think, like, anybody who paid attention to that world and just was keeping up with it peripherally, like, you could see the trajectory of Amanda Bynes and Jeanette McCurdy and all these people, and these stories were coming out. I think, like, everybody was aware of what Dan Schneider had done.
But it's always like, my thing is they haven't gotten him in anything. Like, no one's ever molested him.
Yeah,
molested them.
Yeah, they haven't gotten Schneider.
Well, it seemed like he just like got as close to the line of illegality as he could. He never really actually. Chicken.
Diddy, on the other hand, that's crazy. That's a crazy ass story.
Yeah, that's
they're getting him out of here. Did he flee the country?
So I read that he took a private jet to some island nation that
he's in Antigua.
Yeah, it has no extradition treaty with the United States.
Did he?
He
I'm saying, did he?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did he or didn't he?
Diddy's in some hot water with Gino
and Ehrenberg.
He would be very upset if he was on that show.
Gino?
Everybody would be upset.
Yeah, like, the whole compound universe would be furious.
Oh my god!
If Diddy, and they wouldn't even know it was Diddy.
Until Diddy offered Kumi an underage girl, and he's like, well, "I guess you're one of the good ones." Oh,
that would be great. Diddy and Kumi actually find out that they're kindred spirits. They're both pedophiles.
We're not so different. It's like Green Book, but it's Epstein's Black Book.
Yeah. They're standing in front of a 16-year-old girl, and they're like, "Did we just become best friends?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Diddy has a disease. It's called Epstein bars.
Yeah.
Wasn't Green Book, like, the guy who made Green Book was like one of the, like, Shallow Hal? There's something about
Peter
Mary.
Farrelly, yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky Stenicki.
Was that the racism movie?
Yeah. It was like it'd be like, whoa, you mean you guys aren't all criminals? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's like, wait, you mean to tell me that I'm gonna work for a black guy?
Yeah.
A black guy's gonna be my boss?
So wait, this black guy's driving me, right? I'm driving him.
What I want, you got too much for me to handle.
He's like, hey, do you want some pizza? I'm just trying to read. It's like a lot of
Who taught you how to read? Who broke the law?
I guess they're reading now.
Yes, they're reading now. What are you reading? I'll read you something. Your rights.
Yeah.
The short list.
You know, basketball used to be a classy game.
Yeah. Basketball was good when it was played by Jews. You know, that was when it was the best days, when it was Jews who were shooting underhanded. Now we got we got these brothers in here shooting overhanded, crossing each other up, breaking ankles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The blackest man of all time just got ejected 4 minutes into the game, so that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Damn, dude, he can't control himself, man.
He's just screaming at a ref.
A lot of them can't.
Basketball players.
Basketball players.
Yeah. Like Dante DiVincenzo and.
I was on every once in a while. I pop on the 4chan and I just, kind of get an idea of what racist people are saying nowadays. I just get my fill in. One time I saw them calling black people basketball Americans.
That's pretty funny.
Basketball people is one I've heard before, and Hellcat drivers.
Shit.
Oh yeah, Lucas in the chat said, y'all talking DEIs?
Oh my god, they were like, Baltimore is a DEI mayor. It's like, does that just mean black now?
All about DEI is nuts.
I think they
they say shame on a DEI, try to run game on a DEI.
Yeah. DEI, please.
What is a DEI?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
But it just means like anyone black in charge to them now.
It's DI, like the idea of DI is one of the more prominent ideas in the arena these days.
Absolutely,
it's one of the more powerful ideologies within the arena of ideas.
Yeah, but I don't want to bring back the war of critical race theory, which we lost a lot of great men in that war.
We lost a lot of great combatants during the war, the great critical race theory wars.
Remember everyone talked about that? Where'd that go?
Who knows? Well, it got replaced by CRT got replaced by DEI. So, DEI is this initiative by like corporations and I don't know what it's diversity, equity, inclusion. So it's just another. Basically, it's like just the next evolution of affirmative action.
It's just another way to say woke, I think.
Yeah.
What's the point of it?
It's to make sure that your workforce is like well-rounded ethnically and sexually. I don't know. Like, make sure we have some browns and some gays and some.
It's the main weapon of the Great White Replacement.
Thank you, Drew.
I love sharks.
DEI. What is it? I don't know. Do you?
Drew with an apt riposte in the arena. It is one of the great weapons of the Great Replacement. DEI.
Yeah.
The Great White Replacement, is that when the building burned down? Everybody died.
The Great White Replacement. Oh, you mean Donald Trump? After that black guy?
Actually, a lot of people say I'm orange.
They say I'm orange, but it's not true. But it's not true. It's a lie. It's a dirty lie.
The Great White Replacement.
That's what we call it.
The Great White Replacement is another 4chan thing. I'm pretty positive it is, dude. They come up with the best stuff. They came up with Goy Slop.
Goy Slop is great.
Dude, I love Goy Slop.
Goy Slop is very funny.
Cuck is funny. Cuck is funny.
Cuck. Have you guys heard of Globo Homo? Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about Globo Homo?
Flat Earth people.
It's 4chan's conspiracy theory that there's this global initiative to make everybody kind of gay. It's basically to like,
well, mission accomplished on my end
and mine.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
dude. You got gotten by Globo Homo, dude.
You're looking at 3 psyopped individuals right now, Drew.
Yeah, I think that's just.
They got
I think that's just porn.
Dude.
We have succumbed to the Globo Homo psyop.
Dude, I love when Robbie goes in this mode.
Yeah, Robbie has been very frenetic this whole show.
This time I left my charger in the other room and I'm on 1%, so I had to move.
You look like you're being thrusted around the arena of ideas right now.
Folks, if you want Robbie to charge his computer so he can stay on the show, throw us some super chats to charge Robbie's computer.
Sorry, we were actually just going through so many high-level ideas. I had to get up and walk around.
We're using so much
busy.
These ideas are using so much computing power. It's like mining for Bitcoin that it's drained Robbie's computer. So
no, it's like it's like in Star Trek. Like I'm giving her all she's got. That was my mind just now, trying to absorb so many high-level ideas.
Yeah, so we need everyone to hit. The more money you give in the chat, the more that we can keep Robbie's computer alive. So that
we can give them.
I also have to leave in like 10 minutes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guy. I know I bombed this one.
Wait. Guys, if you give us money, we are kicking Robbie out in 10 minutes.
Guys, I'm sorry. Robbie, look, Robbie's got an important stand-up spotlight here. He's on the Dan Wicks fiasco.
I'm on a Dan Wicks fiasco, everybody.
He's got to go to Grove 34 to do what is it? It's like a roast show?
I'm judging roast battle.
Okay, you're judging roast battle at but yeah, the Dan Wicks fiasco. Okay, so Robbie's got to bounce here in about 10 minutes to.
I'm kind of embarrassed by this appearance. I'll be honest with you guys.
Yeah, no, Robbie's been thinking about ways. Robbie's been trying to think about ways to call new open micers gay this entire time.
I'm going to loop around to saying this was so bad it was a bit on my part. This was such a terrible appearance.
The come town strategy. It's actually we're being bad on purpose. That's the joke.
You know, it went to my head. I was featured on podcast today, and it went right to my head.
Dude, by the way, everybody, please follow podcast at Podcast the Pod on Twitter, or rather X, formerly Twitter.
What did they call you? It was like Roberto.
Yeah, they were really nice to me. I was kind of shocked. Yeah,
she went much easier on you than she did Joe. She came after Joe pretty hard.
Yeah,
and she was pretty nice to you. She went easy on you.
All right, so are we going to just say she and like basically just go with the bit that it's a actual female?
It's obviously a fat guy. I mean, come on.
Who knows? I don't want to know who it is. Like I just want to.
I'm pretty positive I know who it is.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
Yeah.
All right. So the name that they chose was Lily Abernathy, right?
Yeah.
And there's this guy that follows all of us, I believe. His name's JC. His name used to be JC Abernathy, but he recently changed it. I've noticed. He recently changed it around when this pod came out to like JC, some other kind of stupid fucking English name.
Oh, I do want to address Robert. Robert makes a good point. Lily Abernathy did send me some butthole pictures.
What?
Yes. Yeah. That account.
Did we talk about this last night?
I think we did talk about this on my Patreon, but yeah, Lily, that account did send me nudes, like whoever it is. I mean, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, somebody has created a podcast called Podcast, a podcast about podcasters, podcasting, and podcastees, and it's hosted by a woman named Lily Abernathy, which appears to be AI. The profile picture is AI. And the voice is AI generated, but the script, the content, is not AI. It's something.
No, it's obviously someone who knows us really well.
Somebody who has been paying attention. They've done their research.
They said that my hero is Adam Duritz, which I'm pretty sure is just a reference to the first episode of this.
It's a funny pull. It's a funny reference.
I know. I think it's because the first time I was on here, I had Adam Duritz.
You're inspired by Adam Duritz,
dude. I've been trying to wrap my
this
head
show compared to the Loud Boys is like this with in relation to the Loud Boys, we really did pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
Yeah. Well, we were trying with the Loud Boys.
But yeah, whoever Lily Abernathy is creating a show called Podcast, and the first 3 episodes is a series called Where Are the Loud Boys? And so she released the first 2. The first one's about Joe, and she comes hard after Joe, dude. She cuts him down. She's a mighty warrior in the arena of ideas, Lily Abernathy. And then today she dropped the second episode, which is about Robbie. And I'm pretty nervous about tomorrow because it's my episode.
I mean, they're obviously a big fan of you.
Yeah,
so
I think it's going to be complimentary to you.
Yeah. They're like,
yeah,
fuck
it's going to be a banger,
they
dude.
like Dalton. I almost felt like it was a filler episode. Mine just like get to Dalton. Like, you know,
People have asked me, is this you? Are you doing this? It's like I can assure you, I have no idea how to do this. Like,
there's a recent super chat we should definitely read.
Oh yeah. See,
wow.
Love you, Robbie.
Wow, I had no idea that's what it said. That's crazy.
Edward James almost kick him.
No, we need $5 more before we kick Robbie.
Yeah.
I don't care how long it takes.
I need to make I need somebody to donate 300,000 Colombian pesos, please.
That was awesome.
that was fun. Yeah, that was cool.
Wait, so who is it, Drew?
Abernathy.
It's James C. Abernathy.
Oh, okay.
You look him up.
Yeah, I know that account. I've interacted with that account, but who knows?
Yeah.
I don't want to know who it is. The infinite mystery is more fascinating to me. The reveal, the truth is always going to be disappointing. It's going to be a letdown.
No, I want to know.
This is my zodiac, man.
Yeah, me too. Dalton's the Chinese guy in A Serious Man right now. He's like, I respect the mystery.
Yeah. It's some things in life are better left unknown, Sometimes you just have to make peace with the unknown and enjoy.
Like the pop fall down at the end of Inception,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Was the Overlook Hotel haunted, or did Jack just go crazy?
Oh yeah.
It's an infinite mystery.
Yeah.
Did Tony die?
Did Tony die?
Yeah. Oh wow, these are great questions.
Yeah, exactly.
What was screaming at the end of Twin
Speaking
Peaks?
of Tony, Tony's
that
in the chat. Token Tony. What'd you say, Robbie?
Tony.
What was the end of Twin Peaks? What did you think of that?
The return?
Yeah.
I think that Dale somehow crossed over into it. What?
God damn it, Dale.
God damn it, Dale.
You came back from the Black
Get out of the Black Lodge.
Oh,
get out of there, Dale.
oh,
Bob.
oh,
Dale.
oh.
All right, we should let Robbie leave on that fucking high point.
No, I legit want to hear Dalton's theory about this.
Oh, I think that so Dale is I guess mostly trapped in the Black Lodge for most of season 3.
Yeah.
I guess mentally he's not there, and when he finally wakes up, it's been a long time since I watched it, but it seems like he crosses over through some sort of schism, using the Black Lodge as a junction between universes, and goes to another dimension, another universe or something,
parallel reality.
Yeah, and in this other reality, he can't, for whatever reason, cannot exist as Dale. So he becomes because you notice in that episode he completely changes, his demeanor, his personality, everything about him changes. So he's not Dale Cooper anymore. He's the hard boiled. Yeah, you don't remember that? When he's in that diner and those guys come after him and he just beats all their asses and takes their guns.
I need to rewatch it.
That's uncharacteristic. Dale Cooper was not a badass.
He's a nerd. He's a nerd. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a wholesome, sweet guy who loved being a detective. He wanted to do good things, and he was very positive and optimistic. And then when he crosses over and he's in that diner, those guys come up to him and he whoops all their asses, takes their guns, and now he's more like John Wick at this point. And so, and I think it's mentioned that like now he's he's
John Wick's fiasco.
John Wick's. Yeah.
You took my dog. I'm gonna kill everybody.
Yes, because I think they even make mention that his name is Richard in like whatever.
The audience is really gonna love my impression of Dan Wicks.
Yes, they're gonna love it. So he has this idea, like he understands that he's got to go find Laura Palmer again in whatever this new world is, and so he finds her. She's still alive, or whoever this woman is that's this universe's version of Laura.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, takes her back to that house, and then I guess realizes that they're in a different time or something, and then whoever this version of Laura Palmer is...
Isn't Laura Palmer.
Is it... I guess, like... then is given the memories or the experience of the other Laura Palmer, and that's why she screams.
Oh, okay. Oh,
for like a brief moment, she becomes Laura Palmer.
And she sees everything Laura Palmer. Wow.
Yeah,
damn, that's pretty good, Dalton.
Something like that.
Wait,
yeah.
So how does Cleveland fit in?
Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, because yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, now, because David Lynch. The only other thing he did in the 2010s. Was the Cleveland show.
He was the bartender on the Cleveland show.
The only other thing he did. So I have to imagine.
He did Louis too.
And Louis. So Louis, how do Louis and Cleveland figure into this?
I guess
the same universe, bro.
Lynch.
How do we connect the two?
Yeah. Lynch likes to laugh.
So I guess this is a fucking Black Lodge. I guess you can't just fucking stay in the Black Lodge. You gotta
David, you can't call my house that anymore. Stop calling my house the Black Lodge.
Fucking Christ, fucking Jew.
Wait, so Robbie, I need to know something. What is that directly behind you? Is that like your prayer rug or something that keeps fucking popping into the?
Oh, this?
Oh yeah, it is Ramadan. Eid Mubarak, everybody.
Right,
Eid Mubarak.
The tapestry. It's a Grateful Dead tapestry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is that your
Sorry for being
rug?
racist.
I will be so grateful when I am dead, and I will see Allah. I do have to bounce everybody, but thank you.
Inshallah.
I think I did redeem myself in the last like 3 minutes there, but wow, what a
Robbie, inshallah, you do a good job tonight. Salam alaikum.
Thank you.
Eid Mubarak.
Your only competition is yourself, RG 2.0, and remember that.
Well, when Drew's here, I get nervous. I just want to impress Drew.
Yeah, dude.
All right, bye, guys.
It's understandable.
Bye, Robbie.
Oh yeah, Token Tony's in the chat. He wants me to show the. Oh no, that ain't it. He wants me to show the Twin Peaks picture he made of me. I don't know how to do multimedia here yet, and I don't have it saved to this computer. But he made a great.
Tony.
But Token, everybody, I will post it to Twitter. I'll show that to everybody when I can. But Tony, God damn it, why is it doing that? Tony has made some dope artwork for me. He made the picture for today's episode, and the one that I'm using for the RSS feed as well. The totally buys the Crowder Boys is the totally spies ladies.
That was sick.
Did he make the cigarette ad one?
Yes. Token Tony is a very talented.
Yeah. Hey, designer. Tony. I like the things you do.
I like the things you do, Tony.
I'd probably still be me instead of you, but I do like the things you do.
Squatopotamus wants to know: does Robbie like the Dead? Yes, he does enjoy the Grateful Dead.
That's why he kills at every show.
Mm-hmm. I've never listened to a second of their music. I have no idea what they sound like.
They're just like a jam band, right? Like they're just like riffing, but with guitars and shit.
Yeah,
they stink.
Berserk for Souls wants to know: did a family member get raped in Twin Peaks? I gotta stop sharing free chats. If you want, all right, folks. If you want your chats read, you gotta. If you want them on the show, you gotta pay me. But I will. I love Twin Peaks. So I'll answer this. So yeah, that's the entire premise of the show: is that Laura Palmer was getting brutally raped for a long time leading up to her death, and the mystery on the show is who killed her and who been raping her. And you think that it's going to be a seasons long mystery, that the entire show is never going to answer this question. It's going to take a long time to answer that question. That gets wrapped up at the end of the first season. Actually,
Is this
they solve that
information not
mystery.
available like online for people? Why
Twin
are we
Peaks?
like fielding these questions about this show? Like,
I just like talking about Twin
He
Peaks.
loves it.
I understand, but like, as far as the
Um,
informational, like
Lee Rector damn near killed her $6 super chat. So thank you. We have a hater in the chat, Scotty. This is that guy who's been beefing with me online about my fucking Patreon. That I need to have a $1 tier.
Wait,
Scotty
what
doesn't know.
Scotty
He's
doesn't
talking
know.
shit?
I'm not gonna address the hate. Well, good morning, haters.
Yeah,
You
I've
think-
never watched Twin Peaks, dude.
Oh, Robbie won Squat over. I guess they're both deadheads. Squat says now I have to like Robbie. I can't believe that only on our fourth episode we are down Robbie.
It's impossible that Robbie actually likes Grateful Dead and is not just a poser.
Right. I mean, maybe he did. I've never known Robbie to enjoy drugs, really. So I don't know what he's getting out of it, because it seems like the only way anyone could enjoy that kind of band.
Robbie wants to be
a.
eclectic so fucking bad.
That's probably
disgusting.
That's probably the most like razor sharp biting roast that anyone's ever said about him.
California stinks.
Robbie really wants to be eclectic. You eclectic ass trying to motherfucker. Look at you
Trifling.
trying to be erudite. What did BSO $2? Crack Dalton and Drew's opinion on gay ass rappers.
That would be me, correct? I'm probably the gayest rapper.
Nah,
Well,
dude,
as I've said,
Meek.
Meek.
Oh, I forgot about that. And Diddy.
Never heard any of his music.
Yeah, me neither.
But I mean, as I've said, big fan of Shannon Blake. I love her style.
You guys have never listened to Meek Mill?
I've never listened to Meek Mill, no.
I've listened to the singles that I hear like involuntarily, but I mean, I've never just thrown it on or anything.
Involuntarily? Or you just hang out with black people that bully you and make you listen to Meek Mill?
No, you'll just be in public, something come on, you'll be like, who
when you at the function, when Drew at the motherfucking function,
when I'm at the club.
I got a question, because like a lot of the criticism that I've seen regarding Shannon Blake, my future wife, Shannon Blake, is that there's a lot of cultural appropriation happening, and she's like specifically ripping off mainly like Erykah Badu, and they're saying that this is like a black thing that she's doing. But it's like, isn't Erykah Badu? It's not necessarily black. She's just crazy.
No, Erykah Badu is ripping off fucking crazy white hippie culture.
Yeah, that's what I'm. But like more than anything, Erykah Badu is just fucking nuts. Like, it's not
an ugly bitch with a fat ass.
I mean, so is this chick.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is like, it's not even a black thing. It's not like Erykah Badu is like a necessarily totally representative of like black culture. She's just fucking crazy. So it's not that Shannon Blake is ripping off black culture. These are just women who have like fried their brains with drugs and cop.
Yeah, or at least that's the implication. We don't know any of them personally.
Quell the Wit.
I do think she's hot.
Quell the Wit, $5 super chat says, Dalton, as the Muad'Dib of podcasting, thank you. I am the Muad'Dib of podcast. The Kwisatz Haderach of podcasting as well. The Lisa and Gabe of streaming. Can you weigh in on how do you say this guy's name, by the way?
Villanueva.
The
actual Mexican said it wrong. That's hilarious.
Is that Mexican thing? I thought that was like French.
He's Denis Villeneuve.
I don't know.
Villanueva is what
the Villanueva Dune and Lynch Dune. I fucking love them. Haven't read the books yet. I know that David Lynch hates the movie that he made. Like it was like a lot of studio interference in that movie, and it's not. From what I gather, it's not his actual vision, and so he's like kind of disowned it. I enjoy it. I always enjoy just like visually what he does. That's a fun movie to just look at. It's not a good movie. it's definitely probably his worst thing he's done. But I enjoy the movie. It's like a spectacle, and it has that very surrealist, dreamlike quality that is that's his whole thing, which actually fits with Dune, like Dune being a story about a planet that's made of drugs. So a dreamlike psychedelic type movie like that does line up with that idea. But
I like the black version of Dune. It's called "Fuck Y'all Dune."
Y'all doing?
Fuck y'all doing? What y'all doing in here?
Where I'm supposed to be.
Where I'm supposed to be. So yeah, but I like that movie. I mean the new one, I haven't seen the Dune Part 2, the newest one. I saw Part 1 when it came out. It's a much more faithful adaptation of the book, and it's awesome. I mean, he's like hitting all the beats. It's like, he's taking like whatever liberties he has to adapt it, but it's cool. It's cool to see it on the big screen, because it was always one of those stories that people were like, this is impossible to adapt. It's like, not really. You could do anything with movies now. It's just not everyone, I guess, like maybe not everybody's going to understand it, but they're great. I like Dune.
I ain't seen no Dune 2, but I saw Zendaya in the fucking fart trap suit, and that shit was fucking fantastic.
That like robot thing, that like robot suit she was wearing.
Yeah, the blood diamond, which made it fucking hotter.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, she is so hot, man. I do love like a Brazilian looking woman. Yeah.
She's not like the top of the top for me, but I mean she's on the level.
We got Scotty's money, the hater, so I gotta read it. $5 from Scotty. Not hey, all of, I think you're funny. It should be a your YOU apostrophe RE.
Yep.
You need to get learned. You need to go back to school. Read your
back to school.
I think you're funny, but you're not letting, once again, should be YOU apostrophe RE, not letting others have the opportunity to judge. What are you talking about? You're here now. You can judge it now.
You know what's hilarious? I think Scotty might be a master troll, because Scotty just paid the amount that he would have been able to be accepted into the Patreon for.
I know, right? Like he paid a one-time $5 to have that kind of incomprehensible comment.
Yeah, what was he talking about?
I don't even really know what he's talking about.
I think he's talking about the Patreon. Like, he's saying you're not letting him judge if it's funny because you won't give it to him for free.
Because it's $5 instead of $1.
I don't know. Scotty doesn't know, man.
Scotty doesn't know. I mean, it's $5. It's $5 minimum.
Yes, Scotty, if you're not going to pump cash into this thing, you can fuck off.
And that's patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. As little as $5 a month gets you access to all the premium episodes, the bonus content. We have a $10 tier as well, $15, $25 tier gets you the Fraternal Order of Cornfed decal after 3 months. So it is effectively $75 for a sticker. And that's patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Thank you. Robert Gibson in the chat, $1.99. Why isn't Crack wearing a shirt? That's a good point. Crack, we can't see your torso.
I guess my skin is camo.
Mm-hmm.
It would be one thing if he said what you said, you don't see my torso, like the John Cena joke, but like that I'm not wearing a shirt, that doesn't really make sense. Sorry, thank you for your money, but
let's break it down. Yes. It would make the joke would make sense if you did not, if you looked like if you were just a floating head, if somebody would commented like that, because
that's why you guys leave this to us.
Yeah, but it doesn't make, if you're wearing camo, it wouldn't be that, it's not invisible where we would see your it would be like you weren't wearing a shirt at all. We can see that you're wearing camouflage. So I guess the joke would be,
why are you in a bush?
Swing and a miss, Robert.
Hey, look, we all step up to the plate, and that's what's important. You got to get on base. You got to try and get on base. It's podcasting sabermetrics. We talked about this.
Yeah, throw a few more of them out there,
folks. Just like give us more money.
I've also heard that the more money you give, the more likely it is to be a fire ass joke.
I've heard that. Yeah.
If you send us $50 and you say some retarded bum ass shit, we're gonna laugh our asses off.
100,000 Colombian pesos that's a really funny bit. That's a good joke.
Yeah, I'm glad that you didn't even for 1 second like even think that was possibly dollars. I was proud of you in that moment.
Yeah, I mean, when it first came across the screen, I was like, "Whoa, 100,000? What is that?" But I was like, I knew right away, like, there's no way somebody just gave me $100,000.
No fucking way.
But I didn't know what COP meant, and I was hoping that it would be more than one COP would be more than like 0.026 cents.
Yeah, it was more. It was when you looked it up, it was actually more than I thought it was going to be. So it was kind of like,
how much was it?
It was a pleasant surprise actually, because I figured that they were just playing. It's like Monopoly money over there. But it was 100,000 Colombian pesos is about like $25.
No,
and he sent it like 4 times. Didn't he?
He hit me with that. I think I made like $100 off that guy.
That was fucking sick.
That was pretty tight.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, he's a high roller, a whale.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, let's start the show. Let's get into
now that fucking Robbie's gone.
Mm-hmm. Here's something that's really chapping my cheeks. There's a new segment on the show, Chapping My Cheeks.
CMC.
Yeah, this really chaps my cheeks. I went to a Chinese buffet today, and it was, it was good. But I've never been to one that operated this way, where I got there and they wanted me to pay up front. Like to gain access to the buffet, I had to pay immediately when I got there at the register. And so I was like, all right.
That's Golden Corral style.
It's called what?
That's Golden Corral style.
Golden Corral style, yeah. And so it was like, it was like $15 for the buffet, which, I know the economy being what it used to be, a Chinese buffet was like $8.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me.
Yeah,
sorry.
But so I paid, and then she hands me a thing to sign, and there's a tip line on it. And it's like, first off, at any Chinese buffet, I'm not going to leave a fucking tip anyway. If I got to get up and make my own plate of food, if I have to keep walking back and forth and do all the work, and all you do is refill my drink, maybe. Anytime I've been to a Chinese buffet, they might refill my drink, but they're usually not paying attention. Then I'm not too inclined to tip. But at this point, I've paid up front. And they expect a tip. They expect feedback, monetary feedback, for something that hasn't even fucking happened yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're trying to get feedback. They ain't even feed you.
Exactly. Thank you, Crack. You get it. And so I'm signing this thing, and she's staring at me very Chinesely as I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I could tell she's doing, we're having that, like, mental face-off. This is an arena of ideas that me and Mrs. Wong were in tonight, or whatever her name is. And it's like, bitch, I'm not tipping. I'm not, like, I haven't even gotten any food yet. Like, I haven't even gotten service yet, and you already expect a fucking tip? Pound sand. That's what really chapped my cheeks today, was that. The food was all right, though. It was pretty good. I had a lot of crab rangoons. I had some dumplings. I had some sesame chicken. Some noodles. It was good. It was a good time. I gotta go easy.
Did they have the shitty sushi?
Yes, they had shitty sushi.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I had to go easy though. I used to be, if I went to a Chinese buffet, I would like really do some damage. I would fuck it up and just like waddle out of there in pain, just to eat way too much. And I'm at an age where I just can't do that anymore. And it feels like. Because I grew up pretty hard Scrabble. I know what $1 is. I know the value of $1. So when you're at a Chinese buffet, you say to yourself, like, I have to eat at least, 9-10 plates of food just to ensure that I'm getting my money's worth. And then you're incapacitated for the rest of the day when you do that. But I got to be smart nowadays. I got to understand. I got to listen to my body, and it was painful for me to stop at 3 plates. I said, you know what? I've had enough. Like,
how's the fitness journey going?
Not good.
But you could have used the defense though, honestly. Like I thought maybe like it's possible if you tip at a Chinese restaurant, they come and fucking stab you in your neck because it's like disrespect. It's dishonorable.
It is
you don't
dishonorable. If you do tip.
Yeah, you're saying like you're better than them.
Mm-hmm.
Tipping for a buffet is fucking crazy though.
Oh yeah, what did C-Dumps left a super chat earlier, so she said prove your service. Prove my mind, prove your service. That's if you want to tip, that's what you got to do. Shannon Blake says, "Tip in the armor." I gotta stop giving away the free chats.
I think you're tricking yourself into thinking that's the actual Shannon Blake, and you keep getting attracted to the picture.
I do keep getting kind of horny when I see that come across the screen.
So do you just like her as a girl, or do you like her whole vibe and like the dreads and the tattoos and stuff? Because I think like she is hot, but I think she'd be hotter, just being like a regular chick.
Dude, I just like crazy bitches. That's it. I love fucking crazy bitches, dude.
To me, it's like I would love to fuck, but obviously dating would be a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my perspective on it. But she is fucking, in my mind, objectively hot as fuck.
She is hot as fuck, dude. But it would be like
too, right?
Yes. Yeah, she's a single mother. Yeah. That's her origin story, I guess. She had a kid. They were living in that car. That car you always see her in with all the fucking dream catchers and the blue eye thing and whatever.
Hold on, real quick. Fucking Robbie's in the chat. Grateful Dead formed in my hometown, and my dad was a deadhead. Fucking lock your phone and put your fucking face forward in your fucking Uber.
Yeah,
Robbie.
don't even worry about this, Robbie. You need to prepare for the Dan Wicks fiasco. Yeah,
you need to be fucking tightening up those fucking roast jokes. Pretend you're fucking Tony Hinchcliffe and really just roast everybody. It's going to be the best fucking roast you've ever seen in your fucking life.
I think about, because I took a communications class in high school, and this is something I think about a lot, and I do catch that with Tony a lot, is excessive swearing. I feel like if you're gonna use these F words and S words and C words and all that, it's like seasoning. You got to pepper them in, and you gotta be what's the word I'm looking for? Discerning with your swears, your cusses.
White people don't be seasoning their sentences.
White people don't be seasoning these sentences for sure. Because he does do that a lot, where he'll be like, "This is the best fucking comedy show in the fucking world, and we're a fucking arena act." It's like, hey man, you're using fucking too many times, and it's devaluing what is being said. It's rendering it value, without value.
Yeah, he's saying fuck like a 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to language, folks, so a lot of the time, less is more. Hemingway, was very brief in his writing. Economy of language is what they call it. It's good to be succinct.
Yeah. Show, don't tell.
Exactly, Drew. It's like, do you want to be Steinbeck, or do you want to be David Foster Wallace? Because everybody's read The Pearl. Everybody's read Of Mice and Men. Nobody's read Infinite Jest. Everybody bought it because they thought they were supposed to. Nobody read it.
We all pretend we read it.
Never heard of it.
I've actually read it.
Don't worry about it.
I have actually read it, and when I was 22, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what I would think of it now.
Yeah, it took me 3 tries, and then basically on the 3rd try, I forced myself to get through it because I was like, I have to stop being gay and pretending that I've read this to be cool.
Yeah, I kind of forced myself to read it because there was like so many times when I was like, God damn, is this thing ever gonna fucking end? And
Duck Spruce in the chat. Tony Hinchcliffe is Ernest Rimming Gaze.
Thank you.
I kind of piggybacked off of what he gave us. See, this is why the chat's nice.
Sam Hassanain in the chat says, "Wait, is this the cum eating guy?" I mean, that's all of us. That's all of us, baby. Yeah.
That's a good starting point for Drew. Is like people are like, "Wait, is this the fucking dumbass gay guy?" And they're like, "Oh no, it's not him."
It is, but it's a different one. It's a different.
Yeah, I'm Jake's racist brother.
Yes,
that's how I'm going to start branding myself. It's like, oh, yeah, we're related, but I'm the racist one.
Yeah, you're sort of the you're the embryo to Jake's neocortex.
Yeah,
you're the Neil. Are you the Neil or the Kevin?
No, I'm Jake's liquid snake.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Liquid Flores.
We've seen Jake's liquid snake, by the way. Quell the Wit says, personally, I'm more of an infinite breast kind of guy. I feel you there, brother.
Hell yeah.
Love that. Infinite breasts.
Damn, dude, cool. Just 900 pages about breast.
Just 900 pages of titties, baby. Yeah. I mean, the footnotes is more titties.
Yeah, it's just your commentary.
It's a picture of titties, and in the top corner, it says it's a little number 1. And you go, huh. And you flip to the back, titties again.
Yeah.
Addendum, titties.
Yo, mama's teeth so yellow, I told that bitch she needs some infinite crest.
That's good.
That's what I want the show to turn into, is just your mama jokes. That's what I was feeling when Femoid was on. Is I was just like, we're really like, we can debate about like topics that we disagree on, but are we just gonna sit here and insult each other? Like, this is gonna become Wilder Valderrama or whatever the fuck his name was, just us doing your mama jokes. Like,
yeah, I would love to do a show actually where just nobody ever actually says anything. We just kind of, have ideas and start to say things, but then,
I think we've accomplished that.
Yeah. Nobody ever completes a thought. It's just purely abstract. It's abstract expressionism, but podcasting, and that's the what we bring to the arena.
Which, by the way, Drew, I have to say thank you for showing mercy. I didn't know with last week, the first time we ever had a guest on, I really got fucking owned, and I'm just happy you're being nice to me.
Well, I love you, Crack.
It feels good.
I was pissed off as hell for you last week. I was watching.
I didn't know if it was open season on Crack's bitch ass with the guests, so I'm relieved that you're not fucking roasting my bitch ass.
Femoid is very combative, and Drew's just a bro. Drew's chill. He's not just a bro. Kidding. Drew is a bro. He's a good dude.
He's the bro.
He's the
I
bro.
am the bro.
He's a good egg. He's a good huevos rancheros.
He's our little muchacho.
Mm-hmm.
Our little muchacho.
Yeah. Femoid is just sort of a friend of the show. I love her. But she's definitely antagonistic. Dude, she got under your skin. But you fucking dunked. You got her.
I hit the break glass. I didn't know what the fuck else to do, because it's like, eventually, if we keep going with that, I'm just going to look like the piece of shit. Like,
well, shit, man. I mean, look, it benefited us because the great Greg O.P. Hughes caught wind of it. Friend of the show now.
Destroyer himself.
friend of the show, Opie.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he not realize that I've been possibly his number one op?
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Shannon Blake in the chat. She got bad bitch energy, by the way. Said, Dalton, did you see Zach mention your idea today on Nikki and Jim for their podcast name? That makes me very happy, because that's one of my more inspired ideas, was when Jim Norton was asking for suggestions to name that show that he does with his beautiful wife, Nikki, who, for those who don't know, is noticeably trans.
I'm still waiting for his wife to come out. It's just been some dude.
Yeah, it's like, who's this friend of his that he has? But I suggested that they call the show My Wife's Nuts.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, that's yours if you want it, Jim. I hope you see this. So it makes me happy that Zach put in a good word for me.
It's so funny that Jim has like a controlling trans handler now. Like, it's the funniest thing that
it's all he's ever wanted.
It's
all he's ever wanted is just a trans lady to walk him around on a leash. So he's made his dreams come true.
I wonder how that feels as a guy to know that, like, if it came down to it and it was like life or death, like that bitch is beating his ass.
Yeah, for sure.
That's got to be.
We've talked about this though. It is, but there is something psychological about it. Like, Crack, like I think we all here, we're men of the 21st century for sure. That if you see a woman's body, like a trans woman who's like done the work and they have a woman's body now and they're wearing one of those short skirts and you can see a monster hog poking out the bottom of it, it's kind of nice.
Oh, I think everyone here should know that I'm a huge ally with the trans girls.
Yeah, we are allies here.
Same.
And I want them I want them to do all of the work needed to become a woman except that one fucking major thing that they need to keep.
No, if they
they gotta keep it, bro.
The hog makes them more woman than woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Keep the hog. Keep the peace. Because
why do they all have hogs, dude? It's crazy. I thought that the estrogen would shrivel it. I thought, you know what I mean? There would be something like that, but they're all
does anybody else have this similar theory? I don't know if it's just like I might have come up with this or heard it somewhere, but I truly feel like gay people like fucking touch their dick so much that they like stretch them out because everybody gay has a giant dick.
How many gay cocks have you seen?
Yeah.
Well,
he's being told that.
Hold on.
Telling him
hold the fort. $20 from Eric Petty, showing support for the Billionaire Podcast Network. Ka-ching, bing, 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 dee, fill her up. Blessings for the Arena of Ideas. Thanks for the content, Eric Petty. Thank you, superstar Eric Petty. One of the greats with $20 super chat. Thank you, Eric.
Eric Petty, who's sitting in the owner's box of the Coliseum in the Arena of Ideas. Thank you, sir.
He's in the suite. He's in the Michelob Ultra suite of the Arena of Ideas.
Eating mozzarella sticks.
Eating mozzarella sticks and pub mix. But yeah, I mean, gay guys have big dicks.
I think they stretch them out.
You think they're stretching like with the weights thing?
Something they know something we don't know.
Dude, I think gay guys just probably got hogs, like goddamn.
I think it's every gay guy has a big cock, but not every guy with a big cock is gay.
Yes.
Wait, do you think the gay guys with the hogs are the bottom? Because I mean, how can you functionally be like a top? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Isn't it so unfortunate that if you're gay and you have a small dick, you are kind of default to getting fucked in the ass? Because I assume if you have the small dick, you're the bottom automatically.
No, I think they're the ones doing the fucking. I think.
That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you think gay guys prefer length versus girth? Like the chicks obviously love girth, and the three of us are girthy guys. But I'm thinking gay guys actually now. Now I'm thinking that they love the length.
Your cock has to be big enough to reach the prostate, and you got to come in at an angle to really get at it.
Is it deep in there?
I don't know how deep it is. I've never explored, so I don't know.
I mean, I think people tickle their own prostate with their finger. So I mean, 4 inches. You only need like 4 inches or so.
I think gay guys probably just really don't care because dick is so accessible. They probably look at it like Pokemon cards, and like the small dicks are like the energy cards, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna keep the card, but on to the next big ass fucking dick.
Yeah,
because tomorrow
a big cock is like an Articuno or a.
It's a holographic.
It's a holographic Charizard. Yeah.
It's graphic for sure.
It is graphic, yeah. But I mean, that's one of the cool things about the ass is there are no back walls in the ass. There's back walls in the pussy.
You just eventually reach intestine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not reaching too far in, no matter what. I don't have the the tools to do that,
Yeah.
the equipment to be able to reach that far. But if my penis was really big and I was with a woman and she said, it hurts you when you put this inside my vagina, I'd say, hey, you know what hole does not have a cervix? The one right next to your vagina, your butthole.
Let's switch it up.
Let's switch it up, mate. Let's code switch.
That would be very alarming if a girl could fit more dick in her asshole than her pussy.
She can. The thing is, the thing about the
capability, but
the thing about the ass is initially it's tighter than the pussy, and you think like, oh, I can't fit more than like a pinky finger in here. But you can train an ass. How to train your ass. And
how to train your wagon.
How to train your wagon. Slam, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, you can train your ass to fit not only a big cock, but multiple big cocks.
Is that what training day was about?
That is what training gay.
Training gay.
Damn.
Running a
damn,
train.
Jake, I didn't know you like to get fucked.
Wait, there's people taking multiple cocks and ass.
Multiple cocks. I mean, Token Tony makes a good point. I've seen this as well. Elbow deep in the ass.
Whoa.
Oh, Token Tony watches trans porn.
There's that. Yeah, not even trans. There's that Russian lady. I'm sure Token that we're talking about the same lady. This Russian lady, Hot Kinky Joe, who does like anal acrobats kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen videos of her taking like a whole arm in her ass where you can see it like bulging through her stomach.
Yeah.
So the ass has capabilities.
It's versatile.
We haven't even explored all the possibilities of what an ass can do.
I think we're getting close.
We know
more about the ocean than we do about the depth.
We know more about we do know more about what's in the ocean than what's in a woman's ass.
Damn.
But but the pussy is very limited. I mean, the pussy, as far as what can go inside of it, you can definitely train a pussy and fit some pretty huge. I've seen women take toys that are certainly bigger than any human penis.
I know babies come out of them things,
but they are designed
baby's head
to squeeze out a baby for sure. So the pussy is also very elastic and but I think we know the limits of a pussy. We know the full capabilities of a pussy. The ass, there's still possibilities to be discovered with an ass. Somebody said that I'm transing in the Crack Amico. Okay, yes, I've gained, but also, Zach's a sweet guy, and we struggle with our eating habits. It's a mental thing. It's an emotional response.
Wow, low-hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
That's low-hanging fruit. I'm talking about Zach. He's so heavy, he hangs lower than everyone else.
Yeah.
He's a fruit.
And he's gay. Well, he's bi.
But I love him. A lot of people know I love Crack Amico.
Without Crack Amico, there's no Crack Amico.
Exactly.
Hey, true.
So
on God.
There you go. On God.
Oh, I wanted to say, Dalton, we've never really talked about this before, but I feel like me and you are maybe on like the opposite sides of this, because I know you're a titty man. How could you not know at this point? All the reactions, which are beautiful, by the way. But I think your enthusiasm that you show towards titties, I think I have an equal enthusiasm towards the ass.
Yeah,
the ass is widely superior in my mind to titties. Titties aren't even super important. Like, you're gonna want some probably B cups at least, but beyond that, like, it's all about the ass.
I get
what
that.
say you?
There's a lot of ass guys these days. The ass has really risen in prominence in recent years. It's been a time of ass the last like decade or so. And I grew up, we were boys in the time of titties for sure. It was the breast years.
The 90s, yeah.
Yeah, when we were are growing up and hitting puberty, it was a titty time. And then asses definitely took over the zeitgeist when it comes to women's body parts. Look, I love butt cheeks for sure. Big fan of butt cheeks, but
Not even the best part.
you like the hole?
The butthole of a woman is the sexiest thing on earth. It's the
Crack,
greatest.
You might
eat
be
ass?
gay.
Do you eat ass?
Do I eat ass?
Yeah.
I will. But I'm more concerned with sniffing it.
Oh.
I like
now you've caught my interest.
I like a girl to like get nice and sweaty at the gym, and then you rip off the pants, and then you just stick your nose on up there and smell what's going on. That's what I like.
I get that.
You like pheromones. You're a pheromone guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. I like shoving my nose in an asshole.
Yeah. Get that science shit out of here. Get them fucking science words out of here, bitch.
Yeah, that bitch named Farrah, and I make her moan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I'm still a titty guy through and through, because it's like
the ass is just so sinister. What it's capable of doing is so it's capable of such violence.
It's like I'm okay with just like a normal ass, you know what I mean? But even like a nice big like an ass can get too big. I never think about titties and be like, okay, these are too gigantic for me to
Titties can certainly get too big. Which, by the way, I'm not like a huge ass guy. Like, I like looking at them, but like I just like ass in general. It can even be like kind of a small ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like a perky ass. Oh, look, I like women. Folks, I like women.
You said it.
With or without penises, for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, asses definitely. Pat in the chat makes a good point. He said BBL is a monstrosity. Asses kind of really should just stay natural. Fake tits, they got fake tits kind of figured out now, where it's like, I think I would prefer naturals, but they got fakers now that look pretty good. So it's like, if you want a big set of titties, go ahead and get them. But I'm happy with them naturals that you got, girl. Asses, the fake asses always look just really disturbing. And maybe it's because we're so early on in ass technology.
Yeah,
it's kind of a recent innovation in asses is the BBL. Because like prior to this moment in time, a fat ass was not to be desired. Women didn't want them, and Caucasian men certainly were not attracted to them.
Yeah.
And now, now that everybody's adopted black culture, women be getting fat asses.
Yeah, black guys have taught us a lot in the last like 20 years, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They taught us about they taught us about like fat asses. They taught us about like smoking weed and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, well, I guess people have been smoking weed, but damn, dude,
they truly are magical Negroes.
Yeah. What's that new movie? What's that?
The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Yeah. Are we allowed to say that?
I guess it's not really a slur. It just has it's a word that has some stank on it for sure. It feels like it might be bad. You know what I mean?
You can definitely say Negro League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that video of the guy who's trying to talk about the Negro League and he just drops the hard?
Oh yeah. Which I wonder about that, because it sounds like he may have just said the word Negro too fast. Because it's a word. If you're gonna try and say that word, you better be damn sure that you're enunciating. you better be goddamn sure that you're pronouncing it with each syllable crystal clear. Because if you try and slide into it too fast, you could just wind up with a hard R.
The guy next to him is like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
No, it was the opposite. The guy just kind of like played into it. He was just shaking his head yes the entire time, even after he dropped the hard R. And then you can
see it doesn't look like it, but you can see like a fucking like lizard like under eyelid like open up like. His fucking eyes tell the entire story. he kept his cool, but he was freaking the fuck out inside. I've analyzed it like fucking JFK assassination.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things is to watch videos of guys accidentally saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn,
dude.
It's my worst fear.
It is, the intrusive thoughts for sure. anytime I'm around a black person, I don't even really know what they're saying. A, because I just can't understand them when they talk. You know what I mean? Like it's incomprehensible to me when they talk. But B, it's because in my mind, all I'm thinking is don't say it. Just don't say it. Don't, whatever you do, don't say it. And so that's why I struggle so much when I'm around black people.
It's hard. It's so hard for me. It's so hard for me when I'm freestyling. Like,
dude.
Because it's
you
just
have a lot
free
of discipline.
It's more like fucking. I've just been getting lucky because I say the N-word all the time in my life, all the fucking time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, BSO in the chat makes a good point. 60 watching, 25 likes. Hit that button, cornhole. Everybody like and subscribe.
Not the hard R, by the way. I should clarify.
Crack never uses the hard R. Soft A, always.
All the time.
Do you think when they say the N-word in Canada, it's a you know what I'm saying?
Gay?
When they say the N-word in Canada, it's you know.
I don't know if I get
it.
The soft A.
The soft A. You get it. You get what I'm saying,
so.
Greg.
I think
maybe
so.
Maybe I just bombed with it. It just wasn't funny.
I wasn't sure if I got it. And I'm an honest audience member.
What if Fonzie said the N-word? How about that?
Hey.
Basically like gay black people.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie says Steven Soft A Smith.
Shannon Blake says Shannon Blake is funny. Canadian N-word is Drake. Shannon Blake, you might have a career in comedy instead of music, actually.
Squat says Jade Hard R Tolkien.
Hard R Tolkien. Robbie said George Hard R Martin. Steven Soft A. Robbie said Steven Soft A Smith. Robbie, come back to the show.
Robbie's so much better in the chat than on the actual show.
Yeah, Robbie's crushing in the chat. But here's the thing about titties is titties have a more I don't know. I guess the word I'm looking for is elegant quality. They seem more refined than butt cheeks. You know what I mean? It's like the difference between like a painting at the Met, like a painting at an art museum, and graffiti. Both are great. Yeah. I love.
If you were out in public and a girl, what's making you happier? If a girl pulls her titties out, or if a girl bends over and pulls her pants down and shows her ass?
If I'm just thinking, titties.
Really?
Now, if a girl bends over and pulls her drawers down, shows her ass, and takes a big piss, I like that more.
Or dump.
Yeah.
Or a dump.
I think
she takes a big shit.
Anything involving taking your pants down and like even possibly like spreading cheek like that, like titties is just like any girl might do it. I don't know. To me, like the ass, like I don't know, just the ass, it just drives me crazy. There's no other way to say it. Yeah.
I will say, and Pat DeRose in the chat makes a good point, that asses can be sculpted. He said asses can be sculpted in less than a year. Titties is titties. Now that is a good point. And this is why the BBL doesn't work, because a woman can actually improve. She can like get the ass she wants through exercise and like working on her ass. She can grow her ass in the way she wants by working on it. There's no such thing for titties. There's no titty exercises.
Well, there's no guarantee, but some girls, if you just get fat, you get big ass titties.
That's true. Yeah. That is one way to get bigger titties, is to just get fat, for sure.
Or pregnant.
But that can backfire, and then you get fat, and then you still have A cups, and then you're a flatso.
Oh,
and that's what you don't want.
Yeah. That's like Lizzo's whole deal. She's got like terrible tits and no ass.
Precisely.
Like, how are you 400 pounds with no? And she's black. That's another demerit.
She has like minion body.
Indian.
She looks like a minion.
She's an Indian, as Anthony.
She's an Indian. Yeah, I don't. There's just something, but yeah, it's like titties is like looking at a painting at a museum. Ass is like graffiti, and they're both great. But titties just have this more refined quality to them. They seem more just like graceful, whereas asses are for the streets.
Yeah, asses are like the malt liquor of sexual body parts, you know.
And
titties are like a wine, a Tuscan wine.
Titties is like a nice glass of wine. Asses is St. Ides or Mickey's or something.
In my mind too, I feel like the ass is more visually accessible these days. Like, and like, say if I'm driving, which I do all the time, like if I'm driving down the street and I see a woman like jogging or whatever, the titties are so secondary. Like I'm turning my head around looking at the ass every fucking time. Like,
what kind of whip you
driving?
driving?
The ass. It just depends. Right now I have a Ford. That's all I'll say. I'm not gonna give the model because
is it a sedan or a truck?
It's an SUV.
Oh, nice. Okay,
sports
that
utility
narrows it
vehicle.
down. That narrows it down.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's only like two options.
I don't have a car right now, so I'm just thinking about cars. I want one of them like boxy '80s Toyotas. That's like my favorite design of a car. Is like that,
like a Supra.
Yeah, like a vaporwave album cover Toyota.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking about that in my Discord. That Minerva album that I found. That Japanese guy parking his Toyota on the pier. That kind of like body for a car. It's the best it's ever been. Cars now are too sleek, like too curved. They have no points.
Look at that seamless transition from body of women to a body of a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
This is why Dalton's the master.
Thank you. I'm broadcast extraordinaire, the first billionaire podcaster. Folks, give us a little money for this.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Shannon Blake makes a good point though. Feet are also, I do like feet as well.
Oh, feet are fucking great. Do you guys like videos where girls suck on their own toes? Mm-hmm. I love those.
Yes.
I love those. I was never like, I would have considered myself like not a foot guy, and then something clicked in my head. I think it's the same thing as the T's, as the trans girls. Like something, you just see them enough and something happens where you go, I like this.
We got infected by the foot mind virus for sure, because I never really cared about feet. I never thought they were gross, but also I wasn't like attracted to them or anything. I didn't think they were like a sex thing. And then just one day I saw, all these different women posting pictures where I could see their feet, and I was like, God damn, these are really getting to me now. Especially
I think you break the mold on that a little bit, because I feel like traditionally feet guys are also ass guys, but you kind of break the mold. You're a foot titty guy.
I'm not. Look, here's the thing. I like I like a woman. Look, I like a woman.
Yeah, and don't get it twisted. I love titties too. They're just, if you had to choose one, you can't vote Republican and Democratic.
Yeah,
I don't do either.
If you were to give me if you get Sophie's choice, gun to my head, a woman with big tits and no ass, or big ass and no tits, I go big tits, no ass all day.
Yeah,
I take that. Give me a woman with double D's and Hank Hill ass.
You know what? I might even agree with you. I wouldn't quite agree, but I will say, like, the ass, like, it'd be nice to have big titties, and the ass isn't that important. I'm just saying, like, even if she has big titties, we get into those later. The ass is going to be first. The ass is on demand for the Crackmeister.
$2 from Lee Rector damn near killed her. Proving minds. Yeah, we are really proving minds right now.
We really are.
It is. You can touch a woman's ass in public, like your girl or something. You could pop a hand down there. It's always accessible when you got like a girl, but I guess you can't touch your girl's titties in public without seeming, like you're doing a little bit too much. I suck them in people. You suck on them?
Yeah. I'm like, goo goo gaga, baby, you want milk?
You have a little bib on?
Yeah, I have the bib from Red Lobster. We go out for a nice dinner at Red Lobster. I keep the bib on, and I'm like, hey, I need a little digestif after Shrimp Fest. Give me that milk, girl. But they say you're not supposed to drink milk with seafood, so that's why I'm always sick.
Why?
I don't know. So, I don't know. Something my mom always said. It may not be true.
Yeah, I heard that from my mom too. I think it's just gross.
Yeah,
Like,
it does sound
I think
like
it's
a
like
gross
morally wrong.
combination.
But then my mom would also, I don't know how common this is. I don't know how many people have ever had this. I've never seen it at a restaurant, but it's something my mom always made, is something called oyster stew, where you buy the like jar of oysters, not like fresh oysters on the shelf, but the oysters that come in like the little container. And it's like a stew where it's like a milk broth. Like you pour milk, like whole milk into a pot and season it and everything, and then cook that with those oysters.
This sounds fucking horrendous.
Yeah, it sounds fucking bad,
dude. I don't know. It's one of those things I grew up eating all the time. It was normal for me, and then I realized, like, I don't know if anyone else has ever eaten this. I don't know how common this is, because like I've described this to people before, and they go, "That sounds really fucking disgusting." I'm like, you'd be surprised how good it is.
I'm not a fair judge though, because I'm a very picky boy.
Robert says that's called chowder. The Chowder Boys. It's thank you. It's not necessarily a chowder. It's not that thick. And here, let me look it up, because it's got to be like a Southern thing. It's got to be like a poor people thing. Because I'll tell you this: the only other place I've ever seen it was like an episode of The Three Stooges. Was when Curly goes to orders an oyster stew, and the oysters are alive, and then he ends up shooting the bowl of stew with a gun.
So this food was a joke on the show, as in, like, can you believe, like, only this retard would eat this type of food?
Yeah,
that's what they were trying to say.
Here, it was a bit on Three Stooges.
Let me see if I can find the history. Yeah, if you Google it, there's a Wikipedia page about it. Here we go. Oyster stew is a stew made with oysters. It is popular in the United States and in the Gambia. So it's really popular in the smallest, poorest nation in Africa. In New England cuisine, oyster stew is often associated with Thanksgiving. In southern United States cuisine, oyster stew is often prepared on Christmas Eve. There have been a number of different explanations offered for oyster stew being traditionally consumed on Christmas Eve. Bill Neal suggests that before the acceptance of refrigerated food transport, sorry, I got a frog in my throat. So that's another dish my mom would make, is a frog in the throat. Sufficient cold weather for shipping was not guaranteed before December, and so far from the coast, oysters became a symbol of the arrival of the winter holiday season, appearing in the markets by Christmas Eve, blah, blah, blah. But where does it give the, like, let's see. Butler suggests, whatever, salty, briny, can be chewy. Here we go.
The Butler suggests? So it's a rich
guy named Stephanie Butler. I don't know who this is.
Oh,
but it says here, the basic Southern oyster stew is made with milk and cream. Oyster stew is often served with oyster crackers, and that may be the origin of the cracker's name. Oyster stew is also a popular dish in Gambian cuisine. Oysters in the Gambia are grown on mangrove roots and swamps. So it is a real thing. It's like like New England and Southern and Gambian dish.
Gambian.
Yeah. So, but anyway, all that's to say, I like titties.
Yeah. So if you got a picture from a girl, like, and say it could be three of these possibilities, it could be titties, it could be a pussy pic, or it could be like spread cheek asshole. Which one are you picking? It's such an easy one for me.
Titties.
Wait, pussy, asshole, or titties?
Yeah. And let's just say that everything involved is average. Like, it's not a girl with giant fucking titties that you're like, of course, let me see the titties. Like, everything's kind of average.
Then I'm
Hold
going,
on one
I'm going
second.
asshole.
Paul Joseph says that his mom made oyster stew, so someone knows has had it. So I just want to, there's people
Paul.
out there. Would you say, Drew, titties, ass, or hole?
I'm going asshole on that one. If they're all average, if it's all average, I'd rather see what she's packing down there.
It's just the most, like, to me, like once you beat all of the levels of porn and you get to the last stage, the asshole is really what delivers the dopamine.
That's true. Yes, when you become desensitized by titties and butt cheeks and pussy, you start to really look at assholes a lot and try to see what they're capable of. And I've seen some pretty some bad things.
Yeah,
I've gone down some pretty dark paths.
oh, me too.
Some bad asshole paths.
For sure. Because you
Yeah.
like the more you get desensitized, like the crazier and crazier shit you want to see, and so you start really like pushing the limits of your own psyche, and then you just have a moment where you go, "Huh, I didn't know the ass could do that." And
Life is a Hershey highway, and I want to ride it all night long.
Mm-hmm.
You're really into like the evil Knievel kind of sex.
I guess like jackass stuff. I mean, not well. There's a limit because like if I see something that's like too extreme, I have like a moment of like trauma. I turn into like a World War I veteran.
Yeah, Rosebud fucking kills me every time.
Is the really disturbing thing about it is like. Not just that it's happening, which is insane and disgusting, and
is that the prolapsed asshole?
Yeah. It's the reaction to it that really bothers me. That the woman that's doing it is like, ooh, and then there's another woman who's like, let me fucking suck on this. And it's like sexy to them. That's what's really. It's like, what are you, Cenobites? Like, what is this?
Once it seems like pain is getting involved, that's where I kind of check out. I'm not a big pain guy, and it's tough for me because I actually like stuff involving the asshole, and I like a gape if the rosebud is not involved. But a lot of times that line is very thin, where it's either going to happen or not happen, and I'm playing a dangerous game with that.
Sometimes you see it playing peekaboo, and you're like, stop, no, do not.
Yep, stay right there, stay right where you are.
Right where you are.
Yeah.
I've never related to anybody on this level about these sort of things. It's very nice.
It's nice to have a fellow autistic porn addicted friend.
Yeah. This is kind of like a men's group, really, when you think.
Yeah,
about it.
This is locker room talk.
True. This is the real locker room talk.
Real locker room talk. Yeah.
This is certainly anathema to the last episode we did, which was somebody trying to get into the real issues. I mean, it's good to have the boys here to be like, yo, ass or titties gaping.
Prolapsed anus.
Because we've been on this for what, about a half hour now.
Wait, but I've never seen a Rosebud video. So a girl starts nibbling on a chick's prolapsed anus.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you've never seen a pink sock?
I've seen like pictures of prolapsed anuses on
like
internet,
framed pictures.
By the way,
like in the museum.
We need people to hit them super chats because this is definitely not going to be monetized. With this kind of conversation, they ain't gonna let this be monetized.
Oh no, you get away with any kind of sexual stuff.
Look, okay, I'm gonna save it right now. We're all gay too. This is something that we have to worry about. So
also, we're gay and non-binary. Do you think Indians are non-binary? Garlic or plain?
Garlic non-binary.
Garlic non-binary.
What does that mean? Do you think because now like it's just so funny, like a foreign guy, and I don't know what like the porn. Do you think porn is like
that's his name is Diporn?
Do you think like Indians like I don't know what the level of porn is over there, but in my mind, I imagine an Indian coming over here and getting the access to all the porn and seeing like a trans girl and being like, "What the fuck is that? A woman or a man?"
Dude, you're talking about one of my new favorite like porn genres, man. The Indians do have a porn industry, and I think it's like something that's relatively new. So I don't use
live leak videos from the bus.
Do they unplug their dick and plug it back in?
It's a video from on top of a train.
A train on top of a train.
Dude, Indian porn fucking rocks, man. I don't use X videos or like Hamster or whatever those fucking sites are anymore. I've been using this website called eporner.com. Check it
I've
out.
been there. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
sponsor
familiar.
for the show. But they're promoting Indian porn on there fucking heavily, dude. And I like Indian girls. They're like a mix between like Mexican women and I don't know.
Might be the lowest on the totem pole for me.
Indian women? Dude, they have
Yes.
yeah, well, it's because you're not a titty guy, dude. They got big fucking nice
I
titties.
see.
Wait a second,
Yeah.
hold on. I just checked my Twitter real quick. This is funny. I think this is in response to the thing I posted about our friend of the show, Shannon Blake. Because I post, God damn it, it's not loading. I think he's responding to the thing I posted about her. But I don't know what it's in reference. Josh Adam Myers responded to something I posted.
What do you say? Skibbity babbity boo.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone because
I agree, Dalton. There's nothing wrong with this girl.
He said, "Oh yeah, I posted that. I said so. I said something many of you may not understand about this woman is that I want to have sex with her." And Josh Adam Myers commented, he said, "I hate her." So that's funny that
I fucking hate her.
he never comments on anything I post. So he's one.
That's so weird because
He's
I
never-
feel like that is the Josh Adam Myers girl.
Dude, yeah, he must have gotten his heart broken by a few women who look like that.
Yeah.
Some dreadheaded bitch.
Because that's definitely like the kind of woman I would see him with for sure.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Josh Adam Myers.
Dude, I was at a show and Josh was on it, and like after a set, there was this like dad, like these parents there with like their either college age daughters or like possibly high school, let's just say college age. And I saw like Josh go up and like get one of the girls' numbers in front of the girl's parents, and I was like, damn, dude, Josh Adam Myers actually kind of fucking rocks.
Josh Adam Myers took me to a Sepultura concert one time.
Who's that?
They're like a thrash metal band from the 80s. He was trying to get Ryan Long to go with him, and Ryan wouldn't go. He was like, I gotta get up early. I got a flight. And then Josh looked at me, he was like, you want to go to see Sepultura? I was like, sure. I'll go. And it was some really old man music. Just old guy, like Gen X guy music.
Were they old on stage?
Yeah, they're very, but you know what? It was a very rare kind of group because it's a metal band, black lead singer.
Oh,
Nice.
hell yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I do love seeing old guys rock out though. Like when
I
you go
love
see
it.
a band that was like in the, big in the 80s or something like that, and they're all like gray haired and fucking like getting shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit.
Dorkcourt said Josh Saddam Criers, which I initially read as Josh Saddam Criers.
That's what I thought. That's what he was saying. I was like, well, I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny. Josh Saddam Criers.
Josh Saddam Myers.
Why
are you putting that rope around my neck?
Look, Josh, friend of the show. I like Josh. He's a really sweet guy.
Yeah.
But
as far as friends of the show go, I mean, the bar is pretty low.
I mean, he was always very nice to me, and he's a good, solid dude.
Yeah, he's nice to me when I've met him a couple times.
And
too.
that's hey, friend of the show.
Yeah.
So, folks, hey, if you're in the chat speaking ill of Josh Adam Myers, a jihad upon you.
Yeah, even if it's
man.
true, just stop.
Even if it's true, please shut up. That's just
mean to say things we all know.
He never. I know that he follows me on Twitter, but he never like comments on anything I post. Like he doesn't interact with me that much. So something really spoke to him. Something really got to him with that lady, Shannon Blake.
Yeah, that's. I would have thought out of everybody, he fucking loved that girl.
Yeah, well, he's a music snob, I guess. So he doesn't like the white girl I don't know, hippie energy, whatever she
He
is.
just hates her music.
I love it. I want to be that kind of person. I would love to be just like a vibes person and just like believe that shit. Like, yeah, I'm going to Peru to do an ayahuasca retreat, and I'm going to go to Coachella. You know, I got like dream. I got the fucking all the Russell Brand tattoos, like the shit that he's got.
You want to be like a Burning Man guy.
Yeah, I would love to be that kind of guy, but I just can't pull it off. Like
True.
if I ever smoke a doobie again, you know, I'm really toeing the line there. I'm walking on a very precarious precipice with my mind. If I try to smoke
marijuana's not a gateway for me. That's the only one I still do. And I feel like it actually makes me, it definitely does not make me more productive, but as far as being a considerate person and being easy to be around and being nice and considerate, it helps me. But I have a short temper.
It's different. It's not even the gateway aspect of it, which it did do that for me. Like I'm one of the like dare cautionary tales where I smoked weed and definitely wanted harder drugs. Nothing like heroin or coke or anything like that, but I got into weed and I was like, well, mushrooms, acid, perhaps. But
did you do any of that before you moved to New York City? Or
yeah,
okay.
For sure. And when I lived in Denton, Texas, my college town, I'm friends with a longtime friend. I gotta have him on the show at some point, either this one or Cornfed. He is a guy who's gotten really successful online in recent years. He's a musician by the name of Brett Crow. At the Brett Crow show,
I haven't heard of it. I've heard of his laws.
The dark time in American history, the Brett Crow South. No, he's a really, really talented musician, and he's starting to get like pretty successful now. And but when I knew him, when we were hanging out, is just like degenerates in Denton. He was my Shannon Blake. He was like that kind of guy at the time. He's sober now. He's like completely sober now, but he was the guy that like I would go over to his house and he would like he introduced me to that world. Like we were smoking doobies, eating mushrooms, dropping acid, a little DMT.
Damn, dude, DMT.
Yeah, but I didn't take enough of it when we did it. Like he brought out this like foil pouch of some yellow powder and sprinkled it on a bowl of weed. And I took a hit off of it, and it smelled and tasted like plastic, like chemicals or something. It was terrible. And I just like had this very stark, like visceral, something happened in my mind. Like I heard a voice just say, like, no, stop, don't do this.
Proved it, dude.
It proved my mind. DMT proved my mind. Like I did not blast off. I just sat there. I was really fucking high, but I didn't go to the realm or whatever, the spirit world. And so that's the only time I've tried it. But I did some stuff here and there, and then obviously I went whole hog into it during the pandemic, and you know we all saw what happened there. But now if I try to smoke a doob now, it's not the gateway thing. It's that I might actually die. Like I might slip back into psychosis and just never come back. Like my mind is definitely wired differently now. I can't even risk it.
Yeah, so when it's not just I'm operating off of the addiction issue, which I mean, if you get far enough into alcoholism and cocaine addiction, it is a type, I think, of mental illness / psychosis. But when you truly lose your mind like that, I would say you're probably in the right on what you're thinking as far as like kind of messing with those wires. For me, it's like which one's addictive, which for me, like weed is not super addictive. Alcohol is the one that opens all the floodgates for me. That's the one I gotta stay away from. But I probably should have.
Floodgates you want to open when a woman.
Did you have like a? Yes. Did you have like a bigger like coke problem or booze problem?
Booze was by far my biggest problem. Coke, I actually somewhat managed it, and kind of when I say I managed my coke problem, it was the fact that I was so broke that I could barely afford it and spent all my money on it instead of my fucking rent and light bill. but I didn't have hundreds of dollars to be spending on 8 balls of fucking Coke, but a fucking 12-pack of Busch Ice at $5.99.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the funny thing about Coke is the Coke itself is what will take your money. Psychedelics, you spend money on them, but then where you really lose money is when you go crazy from them. And you start opening up credit cards and just spending all your money and then begging people for more money and wasting that. And and then when you 6 months later, you're like, where did all those thousands of dollars go? Where did the tens of thousands of dollars? What happened?
Yeah, psychedelics kind of fucking terrify me, dude. Like I don't mind like a few stemmies or something of shrooms or whatever, but like the thought of like actually getting super fucked up on acid or DMT, or one time I watched my friend smoke salvia, even that looked terrifying to me. It's just I don't know. I don't understand it.
I am like just one incident amongst like a whole many statistics that are out there, because like when I came out of my episode and I was just like struggling to figure out what to do, like how do I live my life now, and I was trying to like find some sense of connection. I was just looking for stories of like, has this happened to anyone else? And it's happened to a lot of people, dude. There's so many stories where like people will have like pretty substantial life savings, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, that they dip into psychosis for, from doing too many drugs or whatever. And then like within 2 weeks, they burn through every bit of their money. And they're like, I'm 45 now and I had all this money. It's gone now. My wife left me. She took the kids. I'm driving Uber, which is also my house. It's like they completely like burn their lives to the ground. So I'm not the only person that's happened to. It's just like you do wonder, like, how does anyone? I guess I'm proving it. I'm proving mine right now because I survived it and I'm trying to bounce back. But it's like, dude, the coming back from it. Like I keep telling myself, like someday this will just be a fun story when when I'm living in my condo in New York City and have all my friends with me again, and I'm taking care of me and my family. This will just be a thing we laugh about. But right now, it fucking sucks. The life I live now really sucks.
Well, I think honestly, like the physical, you getting in better shape physically, I think will help you a lot with that. I think that probably does a little bit of a number on your confidence, maybe more than you realize. But I can kind of relate because I don't seem like that guy. Like a wigger usually isn't this type, but I was a psychonaut for a big point in time for quite a few years. I would say I've done acid probably over 60 times, and
you're a psychonaut, and you
30.
like it when a woman is a psychogyat,
a psycho thought.
Psycho thought. Yeah, for sure. We love psycho thoughts here. Femoid, friend of the show.
But I started, and you might have had this too, Dalton. I started getting a little daredevil-y, where I felt like I was getting comfortable with acid, with shrooms.
You went blind.
I would start like taking them by myself, and I like to start watching like scary stuff while I was tripping. I like to really push like how close can I get to a bad trip without having like how strong can I remain?
Like a fun bad trip.
Hold that thought. Super chat, $2. Coil the wit. RuPaul blunts. I'm gonna take a bigger drag.
That's my lyric.
Okay, that's a bar.
Yeah, I wrote that.
That's what is that from?
My song Autistic Alpha.
I gotta listen to that. I haven't heard that one. But I'm with you there, correct? Because I would, because they always say with psychedelics it's like set and setting, make sure you're with good people in a open environment or whatever. And a lot of the time I would just be alone in my room, just doing like altered states, just being like, how far can I push this?
I loved being alone. I hated being in public, but that just ties to my anti-socialness. That's how I am when I'm sober too. I'm not a big public guy.
I liked solo adventures alone in my room, and I enjoyed also just like wandering around and being around people. Like it was always fun until it wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just like sit in my room and get like blasted on site, like mushrooms or whatever. And then just like, watch like scary shit on the internet or like try and read a book. See,
Twilight Zone was great.
You're trying to read on fucking acid?
That was where that was where all the Dune shit came from, because I was like doing tons of psychedelics and then like reading Dune at the same time, because I was like, what is reading like when you're tripping? It's awesome. It
actually it rules. It feels like a spiritual experience.
You can really see the book, like you see it, what's happening. Yeah, that's why I got so into Dune at that time, because that was like the book I was reading. And so, but then like when I went crazy, I started like interpreting it more real than it is. Like, I was like,
Dalton, can I ask you, did you ever have, here's one of my things where I felt like I started to kind of lose my mind a little bit, and I don't think I ever got to that point. I think I have done extensive damage to my brain through doing designer drugs and research chemicals like MBOME that was going around during that time. I really think fucked my brain up. But one thing that I would get locked into, and I believed this until one of the dudes I was tripping with was like, no, you're losing your fucking mind. I started getting really into this theory of threes. The number
Crack.
3.
What number?
Yo, dude,
like
I just got chills, dude. Dude.
So everything I would watch, I would see 3 in, and I would also see things as like a point. If this makes sense, kind of like a triangle, like 2 points at the bottom coming up to the top. Like I would just see triangles and everything. I would see 3s and everything. Like when I'd see geometric patterns, I would notice all different kinds of points coming up to 1 point. And I started thinking in my mind, like 3 is important because that's building. You have 2 points, the base right here, that lead up to a point. You've built something with a 3.
Pussy, taint, and butthole. Yes.
I don't
know. Craig, dude, I just had like a full. That is like really crazy that you say that. That's really I don't even kismet.
It's hard to explain too. It's hard to put it into words, but there's something about it.
Dalton's getting activated, dude. When I was going through that, I had the same thing. I was obsessed with like the number 3 and like sacred geometry, the Holy Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, and this is relevant now, I was reading another book, The 3 Body Problem, which explores this idea to its like limit, this idea of 3. And so
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show now. Like, everybody's talking about it now. And by the way, people that are watching it now are having similar like schizo ideas about it. The same ones I did when I read that fucking book. But it's a book about like this alien invasion is coming, because the alien planet has 3 suns. And so they can't. This alien race has like been forced to evolve really rapidly because these 3 suns are unpredictable and can like wipe out the population at a moment's notice. So due to that, like it's had to kick them into this like survival overdrive where they're all like kind of invincible and it's hyper evolved. And so they want to leave this planet and come invade Earth. They're like, we gotta get away from these fucking 3 suns. And so I was like reading that book. It gets into like all the hard science on what that would be like. I was like obsessed with the number 3, and I was seeing the same shit everywhere. The Holy Trinity,
commercials and shows. Like,
I was seeing
like the Paramount logo and see triangle. Like I saw that shit everywhere. My big things was that. And also for some reason, when I'd trip and I get really into it, especially by myself, I would get really into humans' fascination with love and money. Yes. And like I did this whole thing where like I was thinking about myself as a rapper, and I was like, well, what do people like? Why am I not more successful as a rapper? And I wrote out this whole thing, and I like changed my rap name to Money Love, because I was like, money and love are the most important things in this life to everybody. And I woke up the next day and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever read.
Speaking of money and love, super chat, Yusuf Ronco, $4.99. Dalton, now isn't the time to ruminate. Now is the time to prove your mind and spin kick your golems in the arena of ideas. Sponsored by Yo Kratom. Thank you, Yusuf. Yo Kratom, home of the $60 kilo. They're not a sponsor, but I did used to buy that a lot. But yeah, I had the same thing. And it's weird. The weird thing, along with the obsession with numbers and geometry and patterns and seeing all that shit everywhere, is like the money. Like psychedelics can take you one of two ways. You can either become like hyper spiritual and egoless and do away with the material world. Like in your mind, you shirk money, the idea of it, or your ego expands and you become hyper capitalist, and you go, I got to get as much money as possible and buy land. Steve
Jobs.
Yeah. You become like Steve Jobs, because I had that same thing where I was like, money is awesome and love is cool, and we gotta fucking get money and get bitches. I was right there with you, man.
Yeah, you start to get into like what is it that drives people, because you feel like you're in this state kind of without time. Everything kind of stops, and you kind of start to look at stuff as an observer, and you're like, what is driving all these people? Like, what kind of makes the world and society work? And that's where you kind of start going down and that's why it's probably best, if you're doing psychedelics, to be around people, because then you just have fun and look at the ceiling fan and you laugh. But when you're by yourself and you're on acid, you start trying to figure out why the world is the way it is. And you start thinking about God and love and money and how the number three is in everything.
Damn, dude. You guys are making me want to kind of get near psychosis a little bit.
Drew,
it sounds kind of tight, dude.
Drew, go crazy, man. Lose your mind. Prove your mind. Lose your mind. Prove my... Yeah. I had the same. It is. I don't know if it's a spirit thing. Like maybe there is like something greater and we're all connected, and that's why we have these experiences. Or if it's just that all of our, the makeup, our like biological makeup is so similar, the way our brains work, that when we poison ourselves with psychedelics, that's what's causing it. Who knows? Like, I guess it's irrelevant. If we're all having like these shared experiences in these moments, I guess the particulars are irrelevant. What's real is that we are experiencing these things. So when you said that just now, and you said that you had that same phenomenon where you were obsessed with the number 3 and triangles and sacred geometry, like all that patterns, that is exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, and it's fucked up because you never really know if it's like you said, like if you're opening a new dimension, and me and you have both seen this dimension that other people can't see, or it's like just a symptom, and it's like two drunk people being like, I crashed my car too. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like the psychedelic version of like when people do coke and try to start businesses. Like,
yeah,
we're on. You do psychedelics, and you're like, the patterns are, the Holy Trinity is everywhere. The number 3, triangles, pyramids. It's, dude, I got kind of scared just now. I got chills.
Let me ask you one more thing. I'm not trying to trigger you, but have you ever been really, really high tripping and seen things happen in reverse? Has that ever happened to you?
Like literally, like it's being rewound.
I don't know if I was on acid this night, or I might have been on
like Tenet.
I might have been on MBO and me.
Like Tenet.
But there was this kid. I was at this house. Of course, I'm the only one awake. I'm the only one who took acid. Everybody else is drinking. I'm up by myself, just walking around, like playing with shit in the dark, just being my usual retard self. And this kid wakes up, and in my mind, he's sleepwalking. And he starts talking to me, and the way that he's moving and the way he's speaking to me backwards. Like, you're in
the Black Lodge. That's the Black Lodge.
Dude.
He's speaking to me backwards, and every way that he was moving as he was sleepwalking was backwards movements, like walking backwards. Like, and I'll never know to this day if any of it actually happened, or if he was just sleepwalking and or if I don't know, it really fucks me up to this day.
I had a lot of that when I was like really crazy. There's a lot of things that happened in that time that I can't be sure. I don't know if they were hallucinations or just things I actually saw. It just like there's so many moments that looking back on them, I'm like, I have no idea what was real at that time. Especially the thing that was really warped was technology. Like TVs and phones and computers and stuff. Like I got to a point where I had to just like shut off all my screens and stop looking at them because I couldn't be sure of like if the way I was interacting with them was real, because there would be like all this crazy shit happening on screen. I'm like, I don't know if this is actually happening or not. You know, like I don't know what's going on. And it was scaring the shit out of me. I was like, am I being tapped? Like, am I being sent something by nefarious malefactors, or am I just fucking losing my mind?
Yep. And that's what's tough too. That's what's tough too about tripping by yourself, because when you're with other people, you can kind of confirm things that you're seeing with other people, but when you're by yourself, you don't know, and then you start to kind of freak out a little bit, but then you become kind of addicted to the feeling of freaking out and getting through it. And I went through the same thing with weed too, which is just like you get addicted to kind of like fucking with your head and freaking out and wondering if you're gonna die, which is kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You get that way with weed?
Look at what oh yeah, I get that way with weed for sure.
I've been high enough where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking like my heart's gonna stop, but I enjoy it.
Look at this. Look at what Shannon Blake is a smart cookie. Look at this. Nikola Tesla said, there's a quote from Nikola Tesla. He who knows the magnificence of the number 3 will understand the mechanisms of the universe. I mean, dude, we might have been on it. We might have tapped into the truth.
Yeah.
My business manager says the human mind definitely has a connection to 3. It is the basis for most advertising templates, and those are only used because they work. That's true. It's also a comedy thing. Rule of 3s.
Rule of 3.
You want to name 2 things, and then the third one is to be absurd.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
3's a magic number.
Three's company.
Yeah.
3's
Ice
company.
Cube's the big 3.
Mm-hmm. 3 Shrek the Third.
What's some of them other 3s?
Godfather 3.
Godfather 3.
Oh, that's actually the worst one though. That's against the argument.
Superman 3 with Richard Pryor. Lots of 3s out there. 3-pointers.
Yeah.
It's the best. That's the best shot in basketball is a 3-pointer. Yeah, lots of.
Wasn't there just down. A band called 3?
3 Doors Down. 3 Days Grace.
Third Eye Blind.
Third Eye Blind. 300. That's not. I mean,
that's a different number.
It's divisible by 3.
That's like 3, but times a fucking 100.
There's 3 times yeah. So it's a bigger 3 for sure.
Damn, dude.
That's why Leonidas was smoking on that Xerxes pack.
Mm-hmm.
He had the 300.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Yeah, dude. That's man. I can't. Very, very synchronous that we.
Yeah, damn. I'm jealous
into
of
the
you guys'
spirit world. Oh, Shannon Blake,
psychosis.
Shannon Blake, you need to start paying us, but you're dropping gems here. Third Rock from the Sun is the show.
Yeah, with John Lithgow. What's his name? Yeah,
John Lithgow, Jane Curtin, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, French Stewart.
Did you guys ever see John Lithgow in a movie called Ricochet?
No.
That's an interesting movie that my dad showed to me way too fucking young. It's about John Lithgow. He's like this ginger fucking crazy weirdo that goes to prison, and it was one of the first things that really fucked with my brain, because there's this scene
where your mind?
It did more than prove it. It fucking, like, there's this scene where he's going in front of the judge, and I guess there's like other people there. Maybe I think it's a parole board, and they all have weapons hidden, and they just start fucking up the parole board. And I think one guy like takes out a circular saw and just like starts sawing into a guy's chest. And I remember being
Jesus
young and being
Christ.
like, I do not need to be seeing this shit.
Oh wait, no. 3 French hens.
Watch. You don't even have to watch the whole movie, but just watch some of Ricochet. Some of those old movies that are like, you'll just pop up on like a random old movie that's really fucking dark.
3 6 Mafia.
I said 3-6 Mafia.
Well, that's 9.
Or 36.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Which is divisible by 3. Both
So
are.
is
Oh.
6.
So yeah. So is 6. See, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 from Hell. The shitty sequel to The Devil's Rejects. Oh, look at this. Will Galloway. This is interesting. 666. Also divisible by 3.
True.
3 goes into 666 333 times. Wait, is that true? No.
Okay.
Yes.
3 also
No.
Drew's preferred age of his sexual partners.
3 goes
Yes,
into
sir.
200. Would it be
I'm just
220?
kidding.
222? 3 goes into 66. Never
Wait,
mind.
did you say 3?
3?
Yeah, I said you have sex with 3-year-olds. It was a joke.
Drew has sex with 3s. We all fuck 3s here.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually better. That's actually better.
The women that I have sex with, 3s.
That's why I've
Yeah.
never been a stand-up comedian, because a guy like me will go up on stage and say things like that, and then the crowd is just they know I don't know what I'm doing up there.
Mhm.
You'd go up and call everyone a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man, my
Yeah.
man. What's the dating app you're on? Oshbagosh.com?
Club Penguin.
Yeah, Club Penguin.
Roblox.
Yeah, where you pick up girls? Babies R Us? My man over here at the Chuck E. Cheese trying to get some pussy.
Imagine that somebody's saying that to some guy and he's actually a pedophile, and he's just like, "Oh fuck,
Mhm.
this guy
Yeah.
has no idea."
Yeah, welcome to pedo night at the Looney Bin.
I've never been to a loony bin. Been to jail a few times. Never been to a loony bin.
I'd rather go to jail. Actually, no. The
Yeah.
Looney Bin sucks, but the comedy club and the actual psych ward. But sometimes you gotta go to stop from dying. C-Dumps, $5. Sounds like a dope ep of Zach Amico's Midnight Spook Show. Crack watching that movie. This is the best new pod. Love yous. Hey, thank you, C-Dumps. This is the best new pod out there.
C-Dumps might actually be number 1 Crowderhead. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm. C-Dumps is a soldier, is a true warrior in the arena of ideas. And
Well, she's the most respected spectator. Like, she wears a sash and has like whatever the big golden stick is.
She's one of the judges.
She's drinking out of a metal chalice.
Yes, she's one of the. She's in the Keystone Light box.
She's in the
Coliseum of Concepts.
In the Coliseum of Concepts. Prove my mind. Oh, by the way, shit, we were supposed to talk about this. So what's going on with this is the Crowder boys. So what's going on with Hillary Crowder? There's like,
who is that? I saw you.
That's
I saw
his
you
wife?
Steven Crowder's wife. I guess they're in the process of divorcing, or they're divorced.
His wife's fucking name is Hillary. You've got to be kidding me. This guy's whole life is a fucking joke.
Yeah. That's why he hates Hillary Clinton so much. It's just because it reminds him of his wife.
Yeah, so they got divorced, and he was ordered. I guess he has to pay her maybe between alimony and child support, or like whatever. He has to pay her $25,000 a month to cover her bills, and then I guess like lawyer fees as well. He's got to pay her like a ton of money each month. And then, so there's like all this it's a topic of it's a discourse happening. It's a battle raging within the arena of ideas currently. Steven Crowder and his ex-wife Hillary Crowder, because remember she was pregnant with twins when they had their big fallout. No, that video came out where he was just being a fucking jackass to her.
Yeah.
I don't want to go either.
Yeah. And at that time she had decided that she wanted to stay at home to take care of the kids. She's like, you're making like tons of money. I don't really need to work. And it would be best for the children, since we have this kind of money and stability, if I'm here with them, all the time, which I hate. Being a mom is a noble endeavor. It's the hardest job in the world.
Podcasting.
Next to podcast.
Second hardest job in the world, for sure.
It goes podcasting and then streaming, which I guess
podcasting, streaming, rapping about comedians,
mom. And then mom. And then and then number 5 is
whatever that guy does with the fucking big thing that he moves around in the mud. That's the 5th one. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the 5th one is working on an oil rig. Yeah, so they had they got divorced, and it's been a topic online. It's one of the great battles raging within the arena right now. But I'm inclined to be on her side because A, I like titties. B, or he just seems like a dickhead.
He's
like
gay.
he doesn't seem like a good dude. And he has and also he's trying to like fuck her over. Like he's trying to get full custody of these kids and just wants to leave her destitute. Because like, what is the reality is like, what is Hillary Crowder qualified to do? Like, what kind of job is she going to be like? She can't. There's not a job. There's nothing she's going to be able to do that's going to be able to make enough money to like sustain like whatever lifestyle she's accustomed to. And that's why we have alimony.
That's what Destiny should call the girls that he fucks, his destitutes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Steven Crowder does suck, and he's not a friend of the show. Hillary Crowder, friend of the show, open invite. Hillary, we'd love to have you on the Crowder Boys. We understand you have a couple Crowder Boys yourself.
Hillary.
Yeah, I feel bad. I do feel bad for her because she was getting ready to start a family with this dude.
Yeah, but that's immediately where I don't feel bad for her. She was going to start a family with Steven Crowder.
That's true.
How do you feel bad for someone who's going to start a fucking family?
How do you feel bad for somebody with that kind of poor decision making?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've noticed this about you, Dalton. You tend to feel bad for women. That if the same things were happening to men, you probably wouldn't give a fuck.
I just love women so much.
Like Femoid, I noticed that you're like, it seems like she's had like a hard life. And it's like, well, guess what? We all have fucking hard lives. Try being a fucking dude. That's the hardest life you can fucking live.
Dalton's an empath.
I'm an empath.
For women, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Well.
I'm learning how to navigate being an empath, as Shannon Blake says.
It's incel.
I mean, she probably will be fine. I mean, fuck all of them. Fuck all these people. It's like what? It's like watching
all these bitches specifically, except for what's her name? Shannon Blake. Sorry,
Shannon Blake. Except for Shannon Blake,
she's the number one.
Show. Shannon Blake. I mean, yeah, we're just watching a freak show, just play out. Just like extremely wealthy people bicker with each other. But
yeah.
But I mean, no. I love the bros. I love dudes. Dudes rock, and I feel for my brothers. It's hard being a guy. It's probably the hardest. That's the hardest job is being a man.
Yeah.
Above more than being a podcaster, streamer, mom, or oil rig worker. The hardest job out there is just existing as a man.
Just being a guy.
Being a cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
Being a guy who wants to just have fun is the hardest fucking thing in the world.
But I think where my feelings toward women come from, this sort of protective nature I have, this is empathy I have about women, is I see them as just truly weak. They're weaker than us.
I see.
Their brain and they're not as intelligent. They're not as capable at taking care of themselves. and that's how they get you know, taken advantage of and fucked over in this life. That's how so many bad things happen to them, because they don't possess the same mind faculties as a man. They don't have what we have. They're truly defenseless creatures, and I want to protect them. I just want to see them I want to see them be okay. But they need a man to step in and make sure that happened, that they're okay. So that's where it comes from. Is I think, you know, I just see women as lesser than men.
Yeah, I got you. I feel bad for ugly women. I don't feel bad for attractive women, but like when you think about ugly women, let's face the facts here. We're three guys here that we all know nothing sucks more than working. So imagine how hard working would be if you're a fucking girl.
Oh, dude. That's why I don't know why they want to work. I don't know like why they fought for that so hard, because it's like you had it. You had the life where you did not have to work. That was
the life we dream of.
That was like standard in this country. That was what was expected of you, was, hey, just stay home, cook a hot dinner, feed the kids.
So fucking lucky.
Clean, you know, but you know, I'll take care of you.
Catch a beating every once in a while.
The trad wife is coming back. Yeah, the trad wives are back. That's a big thing now. But yeah, they fought so hard. Yeah, and it's like, and then they started working. It's like, how do you like this, bitch? This is everything you thought it would be? Clocking in every day, having to drive to work.
Making less money.
You enjoy this? Making less money than I do for the same job? You enjoy this? Yeah.
And they're like, yes. Fucking liars.
Yeah, but now it's kind of looped back around where they actually don't have to work. They could just start like an OnlyFans or something and make more money than any man would at a job.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
They found a way to not work being trad and not work being a whore, and it's pretty. You got to give it up to them.
You got to give it up for the ladies. They figured out how to monetize being a whore.
Yeah, but it's all because of us. If we didn't give a fuck, they'd be out of luck.
They've always monetized being a whore. It's just now they don't actually have to fuck a dude to do
it. They figured out how to be a whore digitally, like set distant from any of the Johns, and they make more money doing it than the actual in-person whores do.
Yeah, like, we got to stop calling it sex work though. Because it's not work. Work is what they don't want to do, and that's why they're doing this. I would call it maybe like sex casting.
Yeah, no, like sex leisure.
Yeah, yeah, I don't, whatever you want to call it. I mean, hooking. Yeah, it's they figured out a way to make more money than any of the. I follow so many OnlyFans girls on Twitter, and like they post in between pictures of their tits and ass and porn clips, diatribes about like diary entries. I've seen so many that were like in PhD programs or working in like biochemical engineering jobs or some shit. And then they just decided to stop doing that and do OnlyFans. And they're making like exponentially more money than they were making doing like an actual valuable job. So the women have cracked the code where, hey, easy street is there if you want it. Fortune beyond your wildest dreams if you're willing to show your holes.
Hey, listen, guys. I have to run. You guys are more than welcome. You have my Crowder Boys blessing if you want to keep going for a little while. But I actually have to run.
Where are you going?
Yeah, what's going on?
I gotta do stuff. The girl, the whole thing. You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Well, YouTube.com/@Crack Amico, Patreon.com/Crack Amico. This show is going to be on your channel. Well, no, Rob, whose channel is it on next week?
I guess we got to figure out if the fucking half Muslim figured out how to monetize his channel or not.
Yeah, because last week was last week was your channel because of Femoid, and this week is my channel. So next week it's going to be on Robbie's channel, which is youtube.com/@whataboutrob, and Crack's information I just said. Just search Crack Amico.
Yep.
Thank you, Crack.
Yep. Are you guys going to keep going for a little bit?
We'll take it in for a landing. Yeah, we'll vamp a little, we'll riff a little bit, and then bring it in.
Yeah, I'd love to see you
Bro.
guys get to 3 hours since we talked about all the threes.
Yeah,
and
let's
stuff.
get there.
We'll do a clean 3, baby.
Yeah, for the discussion of the threes.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Well,
Throw some 3s on that bitch.
there you go. Hell yeah. But yeah, Edna.
Edna, $5 Canadian from Edna. Change me wrong.
Wait, is that worth more than our money?
No, it's less.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's less. I
Fucking
don't know exactly how
bitches.
much, but well, all right, guys. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead and chase the 3. Sorry, I can't go along with you. Speaking of women, mine is pulling me away. But
well, I hope she
you
pulled
guys-
something else for you, if you know what I mean.
oh, you already fucking know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys have a good night. Chase the 3. You're both fucking sexy, and I love you. And if I was a girl, I'd fuck you.
I love you,
Love
Crack.
you, Crack.
Thank you. That was Crack Amico, everybody. YouTube.com/@CrackAmico, Patreon.com/CrackAmico, YouTube.com/@DorkCourt, Twitch.tv/LikeKool-Aid, Patreon.com/CornFed with Dalton Pruitt. That's the one, folks. If you're going to subscribe to anything I just said, Patreon.com/CornFed with Dalton Pruitt. For as little as $5 a month, you'll get if you subscribe to my Patreon, you'll get the 3-hour episode we did, me, Drew, and Miguel, Dork Cornfed, me and Dork Court. 3-hour
good
episode.
one.
That was a fun one. We probably, we were probably going to go longer maybe, and then the whole thing broke. The Zoom thing broke.
Yeah, I still don't really understand what happened there.
Drew, $2, $1.99 super chat from Drew. Can Crack steal Lev's intro to flow over? Sure. I don't know what Lev's intro sounds like, but I'm sure he could do that.
Yeah. Wait, you don't listen to the Lev first show?
If someone throws up $50 in the super chat, we'll get Crack to do that. So I just need $50. $50 super chat. Crack will do that. And hey, speaking of money, I like money. I got a call from my dad today, and he called me and he said, "Hey, what do you know about cryptocurrency?"
Trying to get into crypto.
He wants to get into crypto. Yeah, he's like, I got to figure out how to make some money, and he's like, I'm a retiree. I'm at that age, the retirement age, but can't retire, because in this economy. And he's like, I gotta figure out how to make some money. And he said, what do you know about crypto? And I'm like, I actually know quite a bit about it. I'm scared to actually pull the trigger and invest. But I've talked to some people. And when I say I know quite a bit about it, I just mean I've had conversations about it where it's been explained to me many times and I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I know quite a bit. And by quite a bit, I mean Miguel's talked to me about it a lot, and I never really understood anything. He talked me into buying 2 Ethereum, I think maybe 2 years ago, and I got them for like $900 each. I was like, I'm just gonna get these 2. And
what is this? $3 from E. This is Korean. I remember this from Duolingo. S equals sh. A equals M equals mu. Shun. How do you pronounce that? I recognize. I know a little Korean.
I have no idea what he's trying to communicate.
Sam 3
equals square minus Sam.
Some. I don't know. I when I was manic, I was taking a lot of Korean on Duolingo, so that looks familiar, but I'm trying to think of how to pronounce that. But whatever, Duolingo doesn't work. But yeah, so you got some Ethereum?
Yeah, no, I had Miguel talked me into getting 2 Ethereum, and I just I think I made like $200 off of it, and I sold it, and I was like, all right, tight, that's pretty cool. But if I would have just held on to it,
he says that was 3 in Korean, so 3 in Korean is Sam, S-A-M, or I guess it's pronounced.
I still
whatever. Hey, thank you, Sam. Oh yeah, Sam. Assam, the Buddha, I think. Or no, Assam is the character from Warrior.
The Warrior.
the Kung Fu show.
The HBO show. I like that show, dude. There's a lot of fucking titties in that shit.
There's a lot of good Chinese titties in that show.
Ah, damn. Yeah, you show me some naked Asian women, I'm fucking down.
Yeah, no, I was thinking. No, the other Psalm is Mahasamatman or Psalm, the Buddha from the Lord of Light book by George Zelazny. Mahasamatman.
Yeah, no idea.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna be able to explain that book right now. It's too dense. So 50. Hey, but to reiterate, $50 super chat. Crack will steal Lev's intro and do a flow over it.
While making fun of Lev.
While making fun of Lev. So wait, you got Ethereum.
Basically, what I was getting to is I would have made like $6,000 if I would have just held on to it, but I sold it and only made $200, and now I feel like a fucking retard.
Yeah. Well, so here's what I think I understand about crypto is there's kind of two factions. There's two modes of thought with crypto. There's people that are using it like a sort of like the stock market, like gambling, the casino stock market thing, where they're investing in it and holding on to it until it appreciates in value, and then with the intention of selling it for tons of dollars, US dollars, money. And then the crypto guy, the real crypto heads, are investing in it in a way where they're essentially betting against the economy, where they actually are hedging their bets against the US dollar and the economy itself, and waiting for the entire economic system to collapse so that the dollar no longer has value, and the only money that exists that does have value is in their crypto wallets.
So they're like finance doomsday preppers.
They're like, it's like Michael Burry in The Big Short. It's like they're shorting, like, rather than shorting the housing market or any specific market, they're just shorting, I guess, money itself,
like the US dollar in general.
Yeah. That was what I got out of the number of people that have the guys who are very obsessed with crypto. That was kind of what I got out of those conversations. I was like, so wait, you're telling me that you don't plan on selling this, you're holding on to it, and when it goes up in value, it has like an inverse relationship with the dollar. So when the real economy or our economy takes a hit, the value of Bitcoin and all these cryptos goes up. So it's like an inverse thing between crypto and the US dollar. And so, like, if you follow that trend to its logical conclusion, that means at a certain point, the dollar will completely collapse. And then the guys with all the crypto are the new, I don't know, rulers or something. I don't know.
Become warlords.
Yeah, Squat, $2 from Squat. I've lost $10,000 and $15,000 on crypto and stocks. Well, hey, it's good that you have enough money to lose that and still be okay. You know, you're doing good.
Yeah, I know. Especially with all these fucking super chats.
Yeah. I wish you would lose $15,000 on super chats right now.
Yeah, you could have spent that on super chats.
You could have spent that money. You could have spent on super chats. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I fucking sucked at stocks and crypto. I was like, I don't have very much money to begin with. I should not be gambling with the small amount of fucking money I have. That, it's just like, it took me until my 30s to like not live paycheck to paycheck. You know, like I'm barely starting to figure it out, so I just can't gamble anymore. I want to go back to scratchers. I did like the scratcher phase. The scratchers, dude, that was better than crypto or stocks for me. I made more money playing scratchers.
That's the Mexican stock market.
Yeah, scratchers.
Yeah, Edna says she just sunk $35K in the Pruitt coin. Thank you. Yeah, everybody invest in Pruitt coin.
You should make your own crypto.
Corn coin. Corn-fed coin. Oh yeah, Drew. So here's the interesting thing, Drew. Drew says, so buy a currency only usable with internet and hope the economy collapses with the internet surviving. Pretty much, yeah. So I've talked to guys on Twitter. Like I maintain communique with a lot of these crypto guys, and they don't have bank accounts. They told me it's like double-digit bank account, 7-digit crypto wallet or whatever. Like they have like tons of crypto and $0.
Yeah.
And they've somehow figured out a way to live where they do commerce with just Bitcoin and crypto.
What, like on the dark net?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't really understand how, like, what's happening. I don't know. That whole world is still very mysterious to me. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Even like what a Bitcoin is. I'm like, so wait, what is it? And I've had people explain this. I've had like hours long conversations where somebody's tried to explain to me what a Bitcoin is, like the actual tangible or intangible, like whatever it is, and it still doesn't make sense. It requires like so much computational power and energy and just like computing to make one. And I'm like, so what is it? I've asked people like, what is a Bitcoin? Like, what is the actual thing that's being created? And they go, well, it's a unique set of numbers. And I'm like, I could do that. I could rake my finger across my keyboard and do that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, like from like a retard's point of view, what I think it is, it's like this guy created this complex financial system that just crunches numbers. Somehow, if you have a bunch of computers and stuff, there'll be this program that just crunches numbers or mines Bitcoins or whatever.
This is good. Edna says, while I'm in the arena of ideas, I shall be referred to as Corn Fedna. Thank you, Corn Fedna. I like that.
That is pretty good. Corn Fedna is great. But yeah, it's like I don't understand what's actually being created. It's like if you have the program and it's crunching all these numbers and then it produces a Bitcoin and then people can buy portions of that Bitcoin. It's like, what? How did it attain value in the first place?
That was another thing I couldn't understand. I was like, so wait, if there's a Bitcoin, there's like one Bitcoin and it's this chain of numbers, and it's the only one of these numbers that can exist, but it's traded in fractions. What happens when you break one in half? Like you want to buy, heroin on the dark web. What happens when you break a Bitcoin in half and send that through for your heroin? Is that a different number, or is it like quantum entanglement where there's like two electrons that operate as the like same thing across the universe?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm too retarded to figure out on my own and don't give a shit enough to like have someone explain it to me, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I would love to get into it. I would love to just like have purpose.
Yeah, I just love to have money.
That seems to be the thing that really that I admire about the crypto guys is they have purpose in life. It's the only thing they care about, and they're speaking an entirely different language. I've talked to them, and they'll talk for like they'll go on for like a half hour just talking about they're so excited to talk about this, and after they've said everything, I'm like, I didn't understand a single word you just said.
Yeah, it's become like a new like mainstream identity. It's like
Drew
video.
Huntley says, "Me too," and it sounds like a receipt, really. Yeah, I guess I'm maybe. Squat says it's just a store of value. Craig says, no, Robbie. Craig, $2 from each of these guys. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. A quick 6.
Yeah. Divisible by 3. Interesting. What were you saying, Drew?
I don't remember.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, maybe it is the future. Who knows? Maybe it's the future of currency, and we should have got the best time to get into Bitcoin was yesterday.
Yeah. One of my good friends in high school, he started mining it or whatever, like probably when it was worth less than like $100, and he ended up like investing quite a bit of money into it too, and now he retired at like 32 years old.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
I'm very jealous, dude.
That's the thing that I love about crypto is it's a way to like circumnavigate the what you're supposed to do in life. Like all these like guys around in our generation, Zoomers and all that see the world for what it is now are just like, well, fuck this. I'm going to get rich on like cryptocurrency. And so I don't have to actually work a real job. That is tight. That's cool. Because I work a real job right now, and I'm looking down the barrel. If that was my only option right now, was like working this job, I'd be looking down the barrel of like 25 years doing some shit I don't want to do to get to where I'm making like okay money. It's like, well, fuck that. I mean, I'd rather, just buy a thing that doesn't exist and make a ton of money on that. Just buy something that's not real, invest in that, and then trade that for a lot of money. Pat has an interesting conspiracy. This is a pretty intriguing concept for the arena of ideas. My theory, as Pat says this, my theory is crypto, starting with the first one, Bitcoin, is a psyop to get people used to the idea of a global currency. That's why no one knows who founded Bitcoin. Yeah, what is the name? Is like Satoshi or something?
Yamamoto. Something.
Yeah, something like that. Yajirobe, Yamcha, something like that. Yeah,
sashimi.
Yeah, Piccolo. Who knows? But we're at 3 hours. But that is like one of the theories I've heard is that that Satoshi character might be like a collective of people. That it's not like one guy. It might be some like shadowy group.
It might be the feds.
It might be the feds. It might be black ops or Chinese ops.
That's
black
true.
or Chinese. I would, I'd love to get in on. I look who isn't at least somewhat interested in a get rich quick scheme.
It's the most American. It's the most American thing that you can be interested in,
Yeah, who isn't at least like curious about the concept of just sitting at a computer and kind of just like clicking around and making some investments and then turning that into hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. We all have to admit to ourselves that at least piques our interest somewhat, And some people would rather play it safe and just keep going to their shitty jobs day in, day out. And then other people pull the fucking trigger. Fortune favors the bold. And they buy a bunch of Dogecoin.
And they buy a bunch of Hitler coin. I saw that one.
Oh, yeah, that Solana thing. Yeah, it's like Hitler coin and inward coin.
Yeah. I saw a George Floyd coin. It's pretty good.
I made one where just like joked about this. Like I made the graphic for it called
the N coin,
Kramer coin, and it's a coin that just has the letter N on it.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, but that was a conversation I had with my dad today. He's like, "Man, I got to figure something out. I don't want to have to work again. How do I get money on crypto?" And I'm like, "I don't know, dude. Everybody's trying to figure that out right now."
You should get your dad to just start a TikTok, dude.
He loves TikTok. That's like all he does now. Yeah, scroll through TikTok. That's like his new Fox News. Like he stopped watching Fox News and he gets all of his news and information from TikTok.
He just watches Fox News on TikTok though.
He's gone so far beyond Fox News. Like now he watches like all these different like doomsday preppers and TikTok conspiracy theorists and shit like that. It's either
Your dad
that
sounds like a tight guy. Your dad sounds
he's pretty cool.
Tight,
he's pretty tight. Yeah. It's like either that or like that show Redacted or like those like conservative right leaning internet shows. Yeah. The Hodge twins.
Damn, dude, your dad's being radicalized.
Fox News for my dad now. Fox News might as well be like commie propaganda.
Yeah.
That's how far he's gone in that direction. He's put Fox News is too left leaning for him.
Yeah, he has to be watching Renee Fuentes and Milo.
Yeah, he's watching those kinds of people. It's really I I'll catch some of it every now and then when I'm hanging out with him, like just the shit that he's into, and I'm like, this is so much worse than Fox News ever was. Like, this is crazy. He actually has a mug. He has a coffee mug, a Louder with Crowder mug. He bought merch.
He's part of the mug club.
He bought Steven Crowder merch.
Damn.
Raphael is right though. That is the best kind of dad you can have. I would not want a woke pussy dad.
Oh, dude.
Dude, if Stephen King was my dad, I would fucking disown him. Like, do you follow Stephen King on Twitter?
Yeah, dude. Well, I don't follow him, but I'm aware. You know.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
He's like spooky Jeff Tiedrick.
Yeah. Yeah, like Brooklyn dads, really your dad, that'd fucking suck.
Yeah, I would hate that. I would much rather have a good old like right wing
racist
conspiracy theory dad. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. My dad is convinced that like World War III is popping off at any minute. Just like any moment now. Shit's gonna fall apart. And I'm like, why do you want that to happen? You will perish in the wasteland.
True,
like you don't have the fucking shelter. You're gonna get eaten. Like, why do you keep obsessing over this?
I am pretty afraid for World War III myself. Like not any time immediately, but at least in the next decade for something serious to pop off. But I'm also trying to like plan and figure out how I'm gonna like scheme to like get ahead during wartime. Because there's going to be a lot of opportunities, like dudes like us, like I'm not going to get drafted because I was already in.
Well, I feel like I
get drafted.
Like a lot of post-apocalyptic stories, it's usually like in the wasteland, the people who were fucking losers in the before times are now like the kings, the dukes of the new.
Yeah.
So I feel like when we go through the apocalypse, like whatever world-ending event happens. I will be like the coolest guy ever. Like I'll finally get my time. I'll be like a lord of the wasteland.
Are you gonna be like a warlord or like a protector, kind of like Mad Max?
I'm gonna become like full despot, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like a
with an
Book
iron
of Eli. I'm gonna be like Denzel and Book of Eli and just carrying a Bible throughout.
You have an iPod. You have like the last iPod, and you click it, and it's like Party Rock is in the house
yeah. And I'm blind.
And you're blind, yeah.
I need to watch that movie again, dude. That was not good. It wasn't bad. You didn't like the Book of Eli?
No, it's not that good.
Oh no, I do love shitty movies. I can't watch anything that's serious anymore.
I'm stoked for that Fallout TV show.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Pike Von Doom wants to know if this is live or premiering. It's live, my friend. We're here with you. Or not. Maybe we recorded this. Maybe we recorded this ahead of time and knew you were going to do this.
Pike's the man. I love me some Pike.
Pike is good. Pike's a good dude. He's a good egg.
He came to visit me and Miguel, and we were living in Midwood at the time, and we were literally like right next to that beautiful like Jewish neighborhood with all like the nice houses and stuff. And Pike didn't know what to do one day when we were all at work, so he just started walking through the Jewish neighborhood. And he told us that like this like Jewish guy was driving down the street and he saw him walking. And he just like pulled over and kept on asking him if he was Jewish. And he was convinced that Pike was Jewish and like handed him this like pamphlet that essentially was like, you should come back to the faith. And it's so funny because Pike just does look like a Southern white Jew. I don't know how to explain it. He has like the beard and the nose and everything. Shout out Pike Von Doom. I love you.
There's a lot of Southern Jews. The Jewish diaspora, had them spread out in case anyone tried to round them up again. So there's a lot of like Texas and Oklahoma Jews.
Yeah. They kind of do things with their like synagogues that America does with military bases around the world.
Mm-hmm.
they kind of got the same strategy.
They,
just kind of put one everywhere.
They'll deploy you to like Broken Bow, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Gimp Gladly, who is a $25 subscriber to the Patreon, by the way. Your decal is coming, Glimp. He says that's the real prepping, figuring out what your scam and grift is going to be in the aftermath. Exactly. It'll be a time of con men once more. I mean, if it isn't already, I mean, it already is now, but even then, in the Fallout, you must have a grift ready. Mine will be Bussy.
Bussy, you're gonna sell your ass.
I'm gonna be the Bussy Lord of the Wasteland. I'm excited for that Fallout TV show because even if it sucks, we got Walton Goggins and Dale Dickey together on screen once again, and I'm never gonna be mad at that.
Yeah. It's so funny how much Walton Goggins looks like. He doesn't look that much different as a goal than he does in his
doesn't.
Like normal face. He just doesn't have a nose anymore, essentially.
Yeah. Well, he also has. I don't know if he has. His teeth are like really nice. He has like very distinct teeth, and I can't tell. I don't know if he has those like weird fucking veneers everybody's getting now. If he just has like really gorgeous teeth. But that's something I've always known about him. He has very prominent teeth. But it could be those dumbass fake teeth everybody's getting now. Hate them. I want teeth to look kind of fucked up.
He probably started acting in that like age where you had to have perfect fucking teeth. Like I think now
he was in Shanghai.
You've always had to have
Shanghai. You don't need perfect teeth. Look at Willem Dafoe, dude. His teeth are fucked up.
That is true.
Yeah, look at Johnny Depp. Fucked up teeth, dude. My teeth are fucked up, but I'm not an actor. I'm not even in any industry other than like this.
I had braces.
Pike Von Doom says bussy maxing. Yep, I'm gonna bussy max. I'm gonna prep my bussy for the for the wasteland. Mari Motoso wants to know what's the best. I gotta stop giving. I'm giving out free chats. Everybody, super chat if you want your shit read. I have not stuck to that. By the way, I keep reading free. I keep doing it. I've only ever played part 3. I didn't play any after that. So
you only played 3.
I didn't play. I didn't play New Vegas.
New Vegas is the GOAT Fallout.
I
didn't play the first 2 though.
Yeah, I found the Fallout 3 is as cool as it is. It was also just kind of tedious and long. I was like, wrap this shit up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I did too much Ritalin for too long, and now I can't actually sit through a video game.
I can't.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, like with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
where I couldn't play that kind of game now. It has to be the way they do it now. I need to be able to swing swords around and just mash buttons.
Yeah.
Gimp Gladly, $2. He says, read someone else's chat. Okay. Well, Drew Huntley makes a good point. Willem Dafoe whole face be fucked though. That's true. But he has a big penis.
I think he was like pretty handsome when he was like a young buck.
He's always had that unconventional look where what's attractive about him is that he looks fucked up.
Yeah. He's like a handsome, fucked up. Handsome for being fucked up.
Like a Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti kind of thing where they look, they're a number of degrees off kilter from attractive, and that's what makes them attractive.
Yeah, that's a good gig, dude.
Crack Amico says, stop shaking that badonkadonk and give me that badussy bus. Badussy bus is good. That's good. Willem DeBussy.
Willem DeBussy.
Man.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, Fallout, the TV show. That clip that went viral, or that they posted to advertise the show. I watched it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm stupid. Like, I don't really know what to look for when it comes to good what was the word? TV making, filmmaking, cinematography, whatever. I watched it and I was like, I don't know why people are complaining about this. This is like just a clip from a show. And all these people were like, the blocking is bad. It's shot weird, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
I don't know. And people were really pissed off about it. It was like the nerds were pissed off that it didn't seem accurate to Fallout. Like the 4chan people were pissed off that the main character is a girl. I saw people like pissed off about the functionality of the power suit or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Who cares? TV, look, I've said this, and I stand by this. TV is supposed to be bad.
Yeah.
TV should be bad. Everybody got spoiled by The Sopranos and all this like fucking bullshit over the last like decade or even like 20 years. This like prestige where they were trying to make TV like movies. It's like, no, TV should be kind of bad.
Yeah, dude. I'd kill for like another Everybody Loves Raymond or something like that, you know?
Yeah, the Everybody Loves Raymond's not bad. Everybody Loves Raymond's great. TV TV's McDonald's. TV should be McDonald's. Movies is like going to Cheesecake Factory. You know,
that's a treat.
Yeah,
it's the level up of.
Yeah. TV is like going to McDonald's, and then movies is like going to like Peter Luger's or something.
No, I think you had to write the Cheesecake Factory, and then Peter Luger's would be like Broadway or something like that. You know? Yeah.
Dexter makes a good point. I'm reading another one for free. Sorry, I'm just, I just want to, I'm interact. Who else will interact with you like this? I'm just so generous. Shogun is all in Japanese, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I want to be able to scroll through my phone while I watch TV. I don't want to have to actually pay attention. I don't want to have to fucking look up and like read. I tried to watch Shogun. Watched like the first 2 episodes. It's good, but I missed most of the dialogue because I'm also scrolling.
Yeah. So I want to be able to lie in my bed and listen without actually, having to participate in any
I don't want to pay attention too much to anything.
Yeah.
Crack Amico says, watching Walton Goggins while I'm giving Dalton noggin.
he's just writing bars right now.
Yeah, he's writing bars right now. Yeah, Shogun's cool. You know the guy, the star of Shogun, that actor Cosmo Jarvis? Which, what the fuck kind of...
Yeah, it's a fucked up name.
What kind of name is that?
It sounds like he just went to a name generator.
Yeah, that can't be his real name. That's a fucking Dune ass name. That's a Dune character. Cosmo. His name is Harrison Cosmo Krikorian Jarvis. So his name is actually Cosmo.
His name got even crazier. What was it?
He is actually a character from Dune. His name is Harrison Cosmo Krikorian Jarvis.
Krikorian.
Yeah,
that's pretty tight, honestly.
Yeah, he's Armenian. Okay, he's born in Jersey, but he grew up in England. Interesting. Yeah, I first found out about. I knew about that guy, I guess, before he became a big time actor. Somebody showed me he was a musician. Somebody showed me a song he made, like the music video for it, and it's a song called "Gay Pirates." And it's a very sincere like sea shanty about 2 gay guys. They're pirates who fall in love with each other, and then the rest of the crew wants to execute them for being gay. So it's like, wouldn't all pirates be gay? If you're just out to sea that long with a bunch of dudes, you're gonna end up like sodomizing each other.
Yeah. Unless they were raping a lot. They were pillaging a lot. I have to imagine if they were pillaging, they're probably raping.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a good song.
Yeah,
it's a good song. It makes me tear up.
makes you tear up.
I get sad, dude. When people are in love, but it's for like forbidden love.
Yeah,
It's like just let them be together. Let them be happy. I'm dealing with that right
Yeah.
now. I'm dealing with it now with a person.
yeah.
You know,
It's always the forbidden love that's the most tempting, really.
C Dumps wants to know what song I'm talking about. So the star of Shogun, the British guy, the English Protestant dude, there's an actor by the name of Cosmo Jarvis, and he's also a musician. And like one of his big YouTube things from years ago is a song called "Gay Pirates." So check that out. Yeah, it makes me sad, dude. Just let people be happy, man. Let them be together. Let them have anal sex with each other before pre condoms, pre showers. In a time when there were no condoms. In a time when there were no condoms nor showers. Let these guys butt fuck.
Yeah.
Let them have doo-doo pleasures. Love is love, Raphael says. Yes.
Yeah, dude. The butt wants what the butt wants.
The butt the butt, yes. But it's a butting romance. Shaft to cheek.
Damn.
Yeah. But I'm dealing with that now. A love that is not meant to be.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. You're gonna figure it out, dude.
I'll figure it out. I gotta make money. I gotta do my crypto investments and make a bunch of money, so I can marry my girlfriend. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, being lonely sucks, dude. All I want is
Tell me about it, bro.
A good Christian wife, but you gotta be in the right place, mentally, financially, geographically.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you have to really put together to be in a good relationship, right? You can't just anyone could go out and just get some trash pussy. You have to find love.
Mm-hmm. But you know what they say: one man's trash is another man's treasure.
True. That trash pussy I'm talking about is somebody's. They're working on their looks and their finances, and being talented for that pussy too.
Mm-hmm. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Please subscribe to my Patreon. And then also your Patreon, Drew, is wait, do you have a Patreon?
It's just the Dork Court Patreon, patreon.com/like Kool-Aid. I believe that's what it is.
You guys gotta fix it. You guys need to be consistent with this shit. But mine is patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Crack's is patreon.com/Crack Amico. Robbie's is patreon.com/whatabout-Rob. This is the Crowder Boys. Thank you for another rousing spectacle match battle within the arena of ideas. The Coliseum of Concepts. I think many a mind has been proven on this day. Prove my mind. Next week is going to be on Robbie's channel, which is youtube.com/@whataboutrob. And so it'll be Wednesday next Wednesday. Fuck. God damn it. I should prepare. What is the actual date?
The 3rd.
Whoa,
April 3rd.
Threes?
Yeah, dude. Whoa, brother.
It's another 3? Oh, it is. So this show, it'll be me, Crack, Robbie. I don't know if we're gonna have a guest next week, but it'll definitely be me, Crack, and Robbie. Hopefully, hopefully Dan Wicks doesn't ask Robbie to do another show, and he can stick around for the whole thing. And it'll be Wednesday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/@whatabout.rob. And then everybody, please subscribe to my Patreon. And I'll leave. Hey, let's take a beat. Let's take a moment to reflect and accept some more super chats.
If you have any last information or comments that you want to get out, it's time.
Mm-hmm. We'll give it a solid 45 seconds.
Also, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. At Rawtism69, RAWTISM 69. Please follow me.
Mm-hmm. Robert wants us to go until 3:33, which would be about 9 more minutes. Should we do that?
I really have to go piss.
Okay, we're actually gonna let's give it another 30 seconds. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the chat. And there we go. Pike Von Doom, $2. Peace Queers, take it east. OS for life.
Bye, Pike.
This was an active viewing this week. I think we topped out at about 70 live viewers and a very jubilant chat. So thank you everyone for interacting, for joining us in the Libtard live chat here on the Crowder Boys, stepping into the arena of ideas with us. Really appreciate the support. I'm glad everybody is enjoying the show so far. People seem to really dig it, and so that means a lot to me. So thank you. Please subscribe to my Patreon. Please keep supporting me, Drew, Miguel, the guys at Dork Court, Crack, Robbie, and podcast, the podcast about podcasting. follow Lily's Twitter at podcast the pod. Quell says the show is great. We're happy to have you back. Yes, thank you, Quell. I'm glad to be back, and I really appreciate everybody. I'm having a good time creating content, and I really appreciate everybody. Sincerely, this is sincere. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And it means a lot to me that I have so much support out there. It feels, it's nice to have that kind of connection with people. Okay.
Hell yeah.
And